Welcome back to Flick Fights, everybody, the show where two movies enter, one movie leaves. I am Devin Vessel, and with me, as always, is Nick Nye. How you doing, Nick?
Pretty good. Alive. Vertical.
Nick is coming to us live from his 13th hospital stay of the month.
It's only a slight exaggeration. Take care of yourself, kids. Exercise,
Yeah,
eat
do
some
it now.
vegetables. Yeah, don't wait until the problems show up. Just, what is it, an ounce of prevention, a pound of cure.
Yeah, like a more sensical version of Apple a day, yeah.
Yep.
But the nice thing about being in the hospital is it gives you time to watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch either of these from the hospital, or had you already done it?
I had already done it. I was being a good boy and had everything nice and done before life kept happening.
So last week we did The Departed versus Infernal Affairs, and we just decided to stay in Boston with not Matt Damon, but close enough. You know, it's funny, when I saw them talking about this movie, he said that, like, Ben Affleck said, I always forget you weren't in this one, and I always think Jeremy Renner was you.
He's doing a great Matt Damon impression.
It could, yeah. I don't know why it wasn't just Matt Damon, but Jeremy Renner did great.
Yeah.
But this week is The Town versus Den of Thieves, two heist movies that basically were just like, who can put the biggest spin on Heat?
The most convoluted bank job. Go.
Right. Yeah, they all have some key similarities to Heat in this, but, who doesn't love Heat? If you're new to the show, every week we take two movies that are similar in genre, plot, cast, whatever connecting factor we can find. This week it is two heist movies. You know, there's a notable cop in one of them. I think they tried to do the same thing in The Town, but John Hamm just wasn't it. But
no.
Again, if you're new to the show, please like and subscribe, share the episode, comment. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram. No Reddit yet. Every time we make plans to do stuff, everything happens.
Make plans, God laughs.
If you have episode suggestions, we'd love to hear them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. The red corner is going to be The Town. Blue corner is Den of Thieves. I will start with the tail of the tape. We got The Town, released in 2010, directed by Ben Affleck. Budget of $37 million. Box office worldwide was about $154 million. Runtime is 125 minutes. IMDb has it at a 7.5. Rotten Tomato critics were a lot nicer to it than IMDb. They gave it a 92%, and the audience gave it an 85%. Other notable films directed by Ben Affleck: Argo, Gone Baby Gone, Live by Night. Didn't know he directed that. That makes sense, though. Air was fantastic, by the way. I don't know if you've ever seen that. That's a newer one.
No, I haven't seen Air. I've seen Argo. I liked Argo.
Argo's great. Gone Baby Gone is great. Live by Night is not that awesome. Air is literally just about how they got the Nike deal with Michael Jordan and made Air Jordans.
I've seen like 1,000 clips of that online, yeah.
It sounds like the most boring fucking movie ever, but somehow they make it amazing. Fucking movie magic. Top billed cast of The Town is Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner, Rebecca Hall, John Hamm, and I forgot Blake Lively was in this movie as the most convincing fucking dope whore I've ever seen. Holy shit. I was like, I know 6 girls like that right now from my hometown.
It was sad. Take me with you, take me with you. You're taking me with you. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. I was like, I'm so glad I met Jess every time this girl was on camera.
It's like every alternate reality, Devin is just like a different flavor of that.
Yeah, pretty much.
The brunette version of that, the blonde version of that, the redhead version of that.
Oh my God.
All in different cat prints.
That's not wrong. I'm done. Yeah, go ahead with Den of Thieves.
So if you had anything else to add to that, I don't know. I was captivated by the look into the past.
By the look into my trailer trash alternate reality. Yeah.
All right. In the red corner, we have Den of Thieves, 2018. Director Christian Gudgast. Budget of $30 million. Worldwide box office of $80.5 million. Runtime of 140 minutes. IMDb of 7. Critics is going to be 41. RT audience is 68, so like better than the other one, but
63.
Not really holding the big candle to The Town here, unfortunately. But
yeah, no, I didn't realize the critics were so mean to Den of Thieves.
Yeah, no, I don't think it deserves it. It's a fine movie. It's like, I would say it's in the 70s, maybe not a 41. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But again, Rotten Tomato critics are always all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it could just be like 20 people had a grudge and there weren't that many reviews, and you can do damage by little word of mouth campaigns, not too much difficult involved. All right, other notable films from our director is London Has Fallen. He's the writer, and A Man Apart, also the writer.
Yeah, this was his directorial debut. which was not bad for a first one,
Not
but then
bad.
his second one was the sequel to this, which was terrible.
Top billed guests, we have Gerard Butler, Pablo Schreiber, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and Meadow Williams.
Yeah, we got Baby Cube and 50 Cent in this. I love 50 Cent. Every time he pops up, he impresses me with his acting. Baby Cube, not so much, but he did a really good job playing his dad, but I mean...
Yes,
Nobody's done more character study than you with your dad, but pretty much everything else I've seen that guy in, I am not a fan.
It would definitely a little bit of the Nepo Baby train here.
Oh, definitely. But, 50 Cent, I fucking love him, man. I can't believe this far into life he is still so goddamn jacked, dude.
I mean, dude, when you got time and money and a personal
There was a
trainer,
part where he's standing there and his chain is like, it does this. Every chain he wears, it like bows in like this. I'm like, why do it? Oh, because he has giant pecs. That's just what chains do.
gravity.
Like, holy shit, that hurts my soul. But we're going to go ahead and get into the plots. If you're new here, we will go through the plot briefly as we can, of each movie. Then we are going to take it through 10 rounds, score each movie on a scale of 1 to 10, and declare a winner at the end of 10 rounds. But we're going to begin with the plot of The Town. And both of these movies start with a text crawl, which I like to a certain extent. But when I'm having to pause every 4 seconds, because there's 6 goddamn slides, I can't remember which one did it, but It was like intro paragraph, quote, another quote, and then this quote. And I'm like, how many fucking quotes are there?
Son, this ain't Star Wars. Just fucking, let's go. You get 2, maybe 3 if you're like dropping some bars, but that's about it.
Yeah, it was this one. So it starts out with, kind of like Point Break. It says, one blue-collar Boston neighborhood has produced more bank robbers and armored car thieves than anywhere in the world. Charlestown. And then it was like, bank robbery became like a trade in Charlestown, passed down from father to son. And the quote was by a federal agent, Boston Robbery Task Force. And then, I'm proud to be from Charlestown. It ruined my life, literally, but I'm proud. Charleston man. I was like, what the fuck, dude? That quote was unnecessary.
Yeah, that last one was Florida Man's sidekick, Charleston Man.
It was like they just ran out of shit to throw at the beginning. They're like, just a dude from Boston said this once.
Can we quote you on that? Nah.
But I did see, to make this movie, like I said, they were on Joe Rogan talking about this, and they like actually went into like prisons and stuff of guys from Charlestown that were arrested for robbery and interviewed the shit out of all like actual robberies and stuff, and the cops. And it's like some of their stories they just straight up injected into this movie, which I thought was pretty cool. Like the part where the cop looks the other way was a real story from one of the guys.
Yep.
But after all the quotes, we meet a bank robber crew. It looks like they're about to rob an armored truck. They really set it up like that. I don't understand what the point of all that was. The heavy focus on this truck. But then they just go and rob a whole ass bank.
Yep. Yeah, they just storm the whole place with automatic weapons and skull masks and...
So this isn't one of the rounds, but which robbery outfits did you like best? I really like the skeletons with dreads.
Yeah, I think that they were like the nuns are creepier, but the skeletons with dreads are actually like some shock factor to it.
Yeah. Yeah, the nuns were iconic for the trailers and everything, but yeah, definitely more scary than the nun.
Like
the nun mask definitely made me think of Point Break.
Yeah, the nuns were just a little like spooky, not creepy. Whereas the skeletons were like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers will shoot us. Whereas everyone, it's like, yeah, the presidential mask. It's like we have a gimmick.
Right. Yeah, some 50s bank robbers. We're the Butterfinger Boys. I don't think they even had like a outfit in Den of Thieves, right? It was just like tactical shit, which was, I get it, but come on. They want entertainment value. They rob the whole bank, get everybody on the ground. I like the part they grab a girl and have her start opening the safe, and she's really trying with the safe to get the combo. I'm like, dude, I struggle with that when I'm not at gunpoint. So if it was me, I'd be dead.
Oh, dude, I always do that, like, when I'm, like, fucking, like, coming home, like, I'm, like, fucking up with my keys. I'm like, okay, the zombie has me now. It has me now. It has me now. I've been dead 3 times. Okay, there's the key.
I would get mad at the safe in front of the guy and then take it out on him. After the 3rd try, like, why isn't it fucking working? And just fucking hit it.
Knock him out by accident.
But he's like, hey, take a deep breath. You're fine. And, they get the safe open.
Ben Affleck just whispering into our ear when we're stressed. It'll help.
You see a guy go pull the hard drives out and throw them in the microwave, which I thought was a cool touch. I'm like, I'm not 100% sure that completely wipes hard drives. I remember that being a big thing in hacker movies.
Yeah,
Only thing I always heard
much...
was just take anything remotely sharp and stick it to the hard drive while it's running.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, I mean, it's basically a big ass magnet inside of fucking microwave. So yeah, it should.
That was I can't remember what movie. It might have been Hackers, where no, it's the dude from the nerdy guy from the new guy is a hacker and something, and then cops start raiding.
Is that fucking the Italian Job?
It might be. Yeah, but he's a hacker, and they start getting raided, and he literally just grabs giant magnets and starts
degaussing. Yeah, I remember I saw in Law and Order, like some guy was like trying to like stop the cops from getting his stuff, and he made a giant magnet around like the exit to his apartment, so anything that got taken out just got wiped.
That's cool. While she's on the ground, I thought that the camera guy was just really into feet. I had to rewind a couple times because it just zooms in on her feet and then like pans up her body. I'm like, what the fuck was that about?
No,
then realized
Ben
she's
Affleck
hitting the panic button with her feet.
Yeah. That also, I just thought that was Ben Affleck. I'm like,
He might have been, yeah. Because she looks up and he's looking directly at her as she hit the panic button.
I mean, dude, after what happens afterwards, he might have been like, I can maybe swing this in a way that's beneficial to myself later. Yeah, but then, yeah, from her low-ass angle on the floor, she sees fucking Jeremy Renner's fucking fighting Irish tattoo he has on the back of it.
Which is like the most Boston tattoo you could ever get. Like the fact that became a plot point, I'm like, that could literally be anybody in fucking Boston.
Yeah, you could probably make a lineup of like 10 guys that had that fucking same tattoo in the same place.
Yeah, he beats the living shit out of the manager. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, we're taking her in case the cops come after us, throw her in the van with them, blindfold her, and then send her out to the beach to walk blindfolded, and then title screen the town. We meet our agents for the movie. We got John Hamm playing Agent Frawley, which, like, dude, when you're picking the names, like, do they surnames in Boston was just like to match the accent, like Frawley?
Frawley.
Like, what the fuck? He's like, they bleached the place for DNA. There was a part where you see him pull the dye packs, like they were
and all the trackers and everything.
Yeah.
It was like the whole thing was like a minute, basically in and out, like very tight.
Shows the gang meet up at the skate rink, the ice skating rink.
Oh yeah,
and
then
they're all
a plot
talking
point
shit
later,
about...
which is unrelated, but yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner's not there yet, and they're all like, "So are we taking hostages now?" Like, dude's losing his shit, and he's like, "They're like, you need to talk to this asshole." And he shows up, and it's like, "We got a problem," and then shows him the girl they had kidnapped ID, and he's like, "Fuck, they live in our she lives in our neighborhood. We're gonna have to see her every day." And Jeremy is like, "I'll just stalk her for a while and see if she needs taken care of." And he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
God, yeah, and I think after this, we catch like the FBI is like questioning Claire basically, and she's just like, I don't know shit, didn't see shit, don't want anything to do with this.
At first, she's like insinuating a little bit that she might have been involved because they let her live and everything. Mm-hmm. And she like starts breaking down crying from trauma. And they're like, "Did they say anything to you?" She says, "If you talk to the FBI, we'll come to your house, fuck you, and kill you." That's what they said to me. Like, and then Dougie McRae, that's Ben Affleck, says he'll take the ID and he'll take care of it because Jam already has 2 strikes. They made $90K a pop minus what they gave to the florist. And then we meet the florist. Doug and Jim go to meet Fergie, who is played by not Daniel Day-Lewis. For some reason, I always think this guy is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Me too. He has a similarly craggy face. They probably come from the same town in fucking London, that's why.
Dude, I'm saying he has a face that like is cut and paste from like the 1300s Black Plague.
Yes. Looks like it was used to like chop trees for 100 years and then put on a man.
Yeah, they go see Fergie, and he says, "I'm going to run it under the sink," and he says, "Trust me." Frawley is talking about where we're going to find our guys. He says they need to be clean. They need to clean their money now, so look in casinos, the tracks. They might be buying drugs and flipping across town. They might be at the titty bar, and then it shows all of them at the titty bar.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Just Jeremy Renner with like a $100 bill, just like...
But then they're all at the bar, and somebody walks up to Dougie and is like, "Krista's here." And then you meet Blake Lively. She's all fucking fucked up. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this could have been me.
Yeah, and they're all giving fucking Doug shit, because apparently Doug is sober now. He's just, like, drinking juice at the fucking bar.
Yeah.
Which, another thing, apparently you can't drink fucking juice anywhere near Boston. Like, that's just a fucking thing. We saw that in
That's
fucking
true, yeah.
Irishman.
You can't drink cranberry juice. Well, he gets a Shirley Temple specifically, which is a little, like...
Oh man, I was at my
But
dad's birthday today,
that
and I
being
saw a
said,
little kid drinking Shirley Temple. I was like, damn, that looks good. I forgot about Shirley Temple.
it is good. When I was at Mark's wedding, it was right after I got sober, and I drank Shirley Temples the whole time because they're fucking delicious. Mm-hmm. If you want something other than just a plain ass drink while everybody else is getting cool shit, like Shirley Temple's where it's at, or like Virgin Daiquiri. Fuck you guys.
Taste the red 40.
Yeah, that is the thing. After like the third one, I was like, I don't feel good.
Oh, that's why this is illegal in every other country on earth.
Everything tastes red.
Even my eyes? Okay, I need to sit down now.
Seriously.
My heart is cherry? How did that?
There is mention here where the guy's like, I was telling him the story about your dad. Here's to Big Mac. He did his time like a man. Yeah, he was facing 40 years and said, give up your crew. And he said, suck a dick, give me the 40. And then, yeah, you see, I like when he's talking to Krista. He's like, I heard you got in a fight. And she's like, yeah, I fought a Somalian. And she's like, she started shit with me. What am I going to do? He's like, you don't fight in front of your daughter.
Daughter. Which I think is heavily implied to possibly his daughter.
Yeah, it comes up way later in the movie. Renner makes an off mention of it. Like, it's trying to, like, you can't leave because of that baby. He's like, your sister's a whore.
Yeah, but she's like, do you miss Oxycontin? It's like, get no fucking shit, I miss Oxycontin. And it was done it once, misses it.
Yeah, I miss the Coke and Oxy. And then she's like, you know what I miss? And shows them fuck. And Ben Affleck just looks sad the whole time. Yep. Like, she's on top. And it's like, you like that? Tell me you love it. Tell me you love it. And I'm like, ah. And then literally, like, done, gets up, pulls up her panties, and leaves. And I'm like, well, you know, at least there's that.
Just leaving him with the fucking, like, Vietnam stare.
Just laying there with his dick out and just fucking in the house that he and her brother share.
Healthy relationships.
Right. And it shows him, like, afterwards just working out all night, going to a support group. And that's when he starts following Claire.
Yeah, just creeping on her.
Immediately, it's just, you're a straight-up psychopath gaslighting this woman, because he goes into the laundromat, she comes up and asks him for change, and he's immediately like, oh, fuck, why are you talking to me? And then she sees blood on her shirt from the bank job and starts bawling her eyes out. He's like, hey, it's okay. I'm sorry, it's okay. And I'm like, bro.
It's like, don't get the crying boner, just walk away.
Wasted no fucking time. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's not even like a scene where like they kind of like get warm out to each other. It's like from that to like they're on a date later. So it's just like,
he fully trauma bonds her to, you know, he's the one that did it.
Yeah, no, this is like trauma bonding, gaslighting, this stalking, this fucking like false identity, just like in like the span of like 15 seconds. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. The fact that they make, like, you know, she kind of deals with the fact that he is who he is not okay, because he's a piece of shit for everything he did. He's but, like, you know, I like to have a good cry at the nail salon. I'll put it right up to the ladies. And he's like, let me go buy you a drink. My God. And, you know, any realistic universe, you'd be like, no, I'm good. I don't, we're just taken hostage by a bunch of men. Not gonna go out with a stranger I just met in Boston, like
who you kind of sound like and have the exact same build as. But yeah, we get to that later. It's a funny throwaway line. But
we see an FBI raid with who's the other guy? I don't remember what the name of the other agent is yet. But it's Frawley, John Hamm, and the other guy that was in Bosch. Yeah, he was the star of Bosch.
Oh yeah, Bosch. I was in an episode of Bosch.
What, dude? Like, I literally can't fucking talk about anything anymore without you. I took a shit in the background of that movie.
No, it was chained to a bench as he walked by yelling at a fucking like
And
person.
he got in?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what episode it is?
I have looked for it. I can't particularly find it, so I'm guessing it was probably the last season, because it was like...
I gotta watch all of fucking Bosch now and look for a dude well, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, in a leather jacket. Yeah, dude, it's crazy though. Fucking for that whole thing, they have like a 1-to-1 recreation of like the LA County Sheriff's Office, like inside a soundstage. I got lost in the building, inside of the building, looking for the bathroom. It's just like, what's this? Like, nope, this is the bullpen. Okay, shit, where's the bathroom?
What the fuck?
I'm like, bathroom. Okay, fake bathroom. God damn it.
All right, well, I'm gonna clip this. If you can go find the episode, do you look like this in it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, long hair. I'm like, probably it's like the back of my head. Like I'm bent down in a hallway, sitting like on a bench, like chained to fucking side of it in like a white hallway.
If you can find the episode Nick is in before me, I don't have anything to give you. I'm broke, but that would be super cool.
Yeah, it's one of the few things I've never seen, and I literally just like get pushed down by a cop and just like stay there. And it's like, that's it.
Yeah, we gotta find that. That's crazy. Yeah, Bosch. Yeah, they raid this random guy, beat the shit out of him. He's like, Jesus Christ, Henry, Oxy guns, it's like towny Christmas. And he says, good news is you have an alibi, then the good news for me is I bet you know something. He says, everyone does trucks. These guys beat the alarm to the vault. And he said, there's a kid that gets into a junction box, and that's the first clue they get. And the fact that clue is just, like, leads them directly to him, like, all the bases you covered. And that one, like, I feel like you should have caught that.
Yeah, no, both these movies convinced me to never even fucking try to rob a bank. Because, like, by the time they're fucking, like, moving, it's like, we already know everyone who's involved. We know where they're going, where they're gonna be, who their grandmother is.
Yeah, to the point they start fucking with their personal lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we see Dougie's picking up Claire for their first date. She immediately gets in the car. It's like, just before we go, I just want to trauma dump to you about the robbery I went through. And she says during this, she's like, I'm sure if I heard their voices, I would recognize it. And he's like, oh, yeah, maybe not. He is not sly at all. He's like, do they have any
he even says, like, sorry about that. Like, it's like at one point when she's like trying to, it's like, what are you sorry about? It's like, oh, I'm just sorry that happened to you. Nothing that I did personally.
Super nonchalantly, like, did they have any suspects or leads or... says they're scouring Charlestown, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's not going to turn up anything.
Ants under a rock.
She asks him what a toonie is, and he says it's basically a yuppie not from Charlestown, because kids were calling her a toonie, which sounds Canadian to me. I think it is. Isn't that like what they call their money, a toonie?
Loony is
Loony.
Canadian.
Whatever. Canadians are cartoon characters.
Yeah. Then they try to, like, recreate a scene from The Godfather after this really badly, where they're, like, trying to surreptitiously say, should we kill her?
Right. Yeah, he says, does she need removed from the equation? He's like, well, you fucking stop it. He's like, says, they're going to bury you under the jail. Fucking relax.
Oh, dude, I know Jeremy Renner's character is just so, like, I want to kill someone, like, at any fucking given point.
Yeah.
He's the most bloodthirsty fucking
He does it
the
well.
entire movie.
Which is concerning. But see, the FBI is asking someone from Vericon, like the telephone company, how someone learns how to work a junction box. And, like, you get a job at Vericon. And they, put that together pretty quickly. Claire tells Doug she saw a tattoo, asking, what should I tell the FBI? So he's in now. He's controlling the information the FBI is going to get. And he does this part pretty well, I will say. He's like, you should tell the FBI. He's like, and then here's what's going to happen. They'll do this, and they'll probably put you in WITSEC. He said, nothing says you have to play your card right away. Look out for yourself. And I'm like, man, he's doing a good job here.
Oh, yeah, no, this is, like, professional gaslighting. This is, like, the gaslighting you have in a fucking, like, 1930s stage play. It's amazing.
Yeah, man, I mean, you frame a couple scenes differently, change it to not Ben Affleck, like a super hot dude, and this is just scary and wrong.
Oh, yeah. No, you can totally be a stalker and say as creepy as a pickup line as you want to, as long as you're fucking hot. It's universal. Like a hot enough chick to come up to me and say, I'm going to rip your kidneys out and eat them, and I'd be like, all right.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
You are smooth. He makes a joke about her having a Prius, says I could fit it in the back of my truck. And she's like, how'd you know I have a Prius? She's like, you actually have a Prius? And then tells him, yeah, I did, but it got vandalized. And there was these guys on my walk home that were harassing me. And then it got really out of control. And they were throwing glass bottles at me. He's like, they were throwing bottles at you? And he's like, do you know what they look like? And then it cuts to... best scene in the movie, and I quoted this at Mark's wedding when I did my best man speech. He walks into Jeremy Renner and says, I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about later, and we're going to hurt some people. And there's like a beat, and Jeremy Renner goes, whose car are we taking? Best fucking scene in the movie, 5 seconds long.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of my speech was, if you guys ever need anything from me, the only question I'll ask is, whose car are we taking? And then the whole crowd was like, woo!
Yep. But yeah, then they storm to this guy's apartment. They're like, it's Johnny home? It's like, who the fuck's Johnny? Like, you're looking for it. And they just kick in the fucking front door with, like, hockey masks on, just beat the shit out of this dude.
I love how, they're full-time, like, lifer criminals, so they have, like, a system for everything. Because they walk up, and Jeremy Renner's covering the peephole with a baton, and Ben Affleck's ready with a sledgehammer, so that the moment he opens it and it's on the chain, he just wham with the sledgehammer, and then they beat the shit out of him, and he's like, "If you're still in a week, we're coming back." And then Jeremy Renner's Jim is like, "What did you do?" And he's like, "I don't fucking know." He's like, "That's my brother. What did you do to get him so cranked up?" He's like, "I don't fucking know." And he pulls out a gun. He's like, "Do you know now?" And shoots him in the leg. And then he just pulls off his mask and is like, "Now you've seen my face. Are you gonna go to the cops?" It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah, we've all played D&D with that character before. It can be fun. Sometimes it's not. But
I just love that he was trying to find a loophole there. He's like, you could never ask me why. So he's just like, why does he want to beat you up? And the FBI immediately narrows it down to Desi, one of the guys from the cruise, because he's the only guy with fucking neck tattoos and a criminal record at Veracon, apparently.
well,
They're like-
probably the Veracon is like a big. It's like 20 questions. It's like, is it a plant? It just like takes off like 90% of the list of things you can fucking look at.
And he says something like, usually these crews, they have jobs where they can just call and be like, clock me in for this day and that's my alibi. He's like, but Veracon's a national company, so they don't show up and it's automatically logged as a sick day. I'm like, dude, you guys are terrible. Like, you don't think at any point you'd be like, hey, Desi, can you work it out to where it's like scheduled leave or something? Not immediately pull up a red flag if anybody looks for your alibi that day?
Yeah. Well, then beyond that, it's like this whole thing's like, yeah, they've all known each other since they were like 5 and all have like fucking records and history. It's literally, it's like, oh, this guy, here's the people he knows. Oh, that's the heist crew.
Yep. They really get to it a lot quicker in this movie than most heist movies.
Yeah, it was like 2/3 of the movie, the cops are perfectly aware who's going to do it. They just don't know where and when and how.
Right. Which is funny to see, like, actually, when the layering, I know who it is, but I can't just go fucking bust their heads in and arrest them. It's funny to see. And then you see Dougie's having a conversation with Claire that I have had 100 times, where he's like, my mom left when I was 6. And she's like, why? And he's like, I don't know, she just wanted to leave.
And he tells us
waits
really
for him to, like,
sad story about like putting out like lost mom posters all down the street and shit. And
very sad. Yeah, says he came down to his dad crying, and he said, your mom left and she's never coming back. And then he went up and put up posters, and he was like, now you know a little bit about my family, and I'm still not showing you my apartment.
Yeah.
And then we see they're at a Fast and Furious white trash party with the feds taking pictures of him. And it's funny because there's a part where Ben Affleck looks directly at the camera when they take his picture.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just like scanning past it or something like that.
Well, then you see
yeah,
he did look directly at them later because he says he taunts them about it later.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
movie.
he just like knows the fucking antennas and shit.
Yeah. Like, so at least he was actually looking directly at them and recognized it. But they go down the roster while they're taking pictures. Desi Tech at Veracon, 22 years old. Albert McGlone, Boost Cars. And they're like, that's the most Boston name I've ever heard in my life, McGlone. James Coughlin, father killed in prison. This is Jem. Mother died of HIV. He shot Brendan Leahy at a cemetery behind Michoacan when he was 18. Bled out. And the judge asked why, and he said, I just didn't like him. And he got 9 years for manslaughter. And we think this is the architect. Coughlin's best friend, Doug McCrae, lives in the same house, dated his sister, who's most likely a mule for the florist. And the florist used to employ McCrae's father. Mac Sr. got life for the Nashua job, which was famous because it changed regulations for the armored trucks, that you can't step out of the truck and leave your partner alone in it.
He's also where we find out that Doug is fucking ex, like professional hockey player or something.
Yeah, he's famous. He was famous. He got drafted to the NHL, washed out. Got like they don't go into why he washed out, but he got washed out of the NHL and then went over the counter at the bank with a nail gun, got in fights with his own teammates, and lost his second chance, and came home and got in the family business and got hooked on Oxy.
There's an alternate universe version of this movie where it's just Wayne Gretzky under the skull mask.
Right? Boston hockey players, man. I like that they say, like, isn't fighting supposed to be okay in hockey? He's like, not against your own teammates. Doug's at another date with Claire in the middle of the day. And I just like, they're sitting there and it's nice out, and then she's just like, my brother died on a day like this.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that?
Seriously? Like, what do you mean a day? She's like, it was a sunny day. And I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of days, though.
Yeah, so just every time, like, the sun hits your face, like, hey, brother. Like,
she pretty much says, yeah. She says, now on sunny days, I only think about somebody dying. I'm like, dude, that's like every day.
Mm-hmm. And the only reason that character trait is there is for a thing later, and they could have fucking done another thing.
Yeah, dude. Something way less normal.
Yeah. Sort of like fucking Gremlins, where the fucking like girl starts talking about how like her fucking father burnt to death on Christmas out of fucking left field. It's like, whoa, this is a weird tone for this movie.
Even when you go into the scene, it's like 5 seconds into the scene that she says that. It's like, Jesus, just sat down.
And then Jim comes and crashes the date as that one friend that you try to keep isolated from the rest of your friends as much as humanly possible, but they got out of their cage today.
I do love how they build the tension here, though, because he's like, yeah, okay, let's go. I'll go with you. Let's go. And he's like, fuck you. I'm sitting down. And then she comes back. They have a tense conversation, and he, like, eyeballs Jem's tattoo and gets nervous about that. Talks about her bank getting robbed. And then when he stands up, I love it, like, his quick thinking here. He goes, all right, brother, and leans over and, like, slaps his hand on the back of the neck and stands up with him.
And he's like, yeah, Doug's a great guy, but he's always taking his work home with him.
Yeah, he keeps hitting shit. It's fucking hilarious. And then he comes home.
And understandably mad about it afterwards.
Right.
Like, why are you banging the one person in the world who can rat us out to the FBI?
And he tries to get all uppity about it, like, I'm smarter than you. You just don't understand. He is like, no. I'm pretty sure this is not cool. And then he guilts him about how he waited in prison for 9 years. I want to do this job right now. After some brief protests where he's like, I don't like it. One of the guards thinks he's a G.I. Joe. There's all kinds of problems with it. He's like, fine, but this is the last one. And then we're on pause after this. And if we get pinched, remember whose idea this was. And my God, do they get pinched? Or wait, no, it's not even on this job, but they come close.
Yeah. But, I think next, Doug goes up to see his dad in jail, though.
Yeah. Basically, the only thing that comes from that scene is he asks why he didn't go look for his mom. Yeah. And he says, because there was nothing to find. And he's, like, clearly upset about it when he walks away.
Yeah, but his whole justification was like, look, she was fucking 20 and fucking did drugs and didn't want to have a kid and fucking left. Like, there was a lot of girls like that. Fuck off.
Right. Claire sees an article about when Dougie got drafted at the ice rink that she like works with the community
The
center.
iceless rink. Just the rink.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, this is the whole thing they talk about is that it's a piece of shit. They can't even get ice on it. I'm like, then turn it into something else. Like, you could make a basketball court.
Something, yeah. Fucking soccer, indoor soccer, something.
Shows them getting ready for their job and, like, everybody doing their prep. And I like it when they do this in this movie because it's, like, realistic shit. I like that the guy picking up the hair at the barber shop was a nice touch.
A DNA bomb.
Yeah. And Doug is just scrubbing the ever-living shit out of his nail beds, loading up guns and everything.
Yeah, with like putting in bullets with gloves on. Just very, very, very high level of detail to it.
Yeah, I love seeing meticulous preparation for Heist. I don't know, something about it is so sterile, and I don't know, I like it.
Oh, yeah, dude, no, it's like, if you're doing that, you better be doing it like you're prepping for a surgery, and because it's just, no mistakes. Like, government will let you kill a guy and get out in a couple years. You fuck with their money, that's it. America, you don't touch the money, you don't touch the boats, and you can survive.
You don't touch the boats, yeah.
Do not touch America's boats. We don't like that.
We will touch all of your boats with zero provocation.
But you can't touch our boats. We touch your boats. You don't touch our boats. The last person to touch our boats was Japan, and no.
They show up and they're like, the truck is late. Why is it late? Already freaking out. And then they find it and put on their nun masks. And they knock out the guards, moving like clockwork, like every other job. And then you hear, get the fuck out of the truck. And they notice also that a call went out from the truck already. And when he turns around, one of the G.I. Joe guard, I'm assuming, has a gun to Doug. And with little to no hesitation, Jim just shoots him right in the fucking face.
No, dude, he just wants to. Like, he's just been waiting. Like, he was like, an excuse. Give me an excuse. Like, level shit.
Yeah. That's
why he wasn't worried.
Scares Dougie, too. Like, you hesitated for no time at all. Jim shoots him, and he's like, you should have stayed in the trunk, cunt. And then they get in the van, and Dougie's immediately like, I fucking told you.
Yep. And the fucking cops are just, like, fucking on them, like, immediately.
Yeah, there's like, I think there's a part in Den of Thieves and something else we watched recently where they drive right past the cops after they do their thing, and they don't notice them at all. In this one, they pull out C cops, and they're like, yeah, that's them.
Yep, and just like, okay, we're going to start rounding up the felonies here and just start fucking, like, spraying the cop cars.
There's, like, a beat where they get surrounded by the cops, and it's quiet for, like, a split second, because they get pit by the cops after trying to run.
Yeah.
And there's, like, a second where they're like, fuck. And then Jem's just like, nope. And then they all, to their credit, are like, okay.
Yeah, and even while shit's going completely sideways, they have like a second car they fucking get to and use the shitty car to block the exit and fucking bleach bomb that car. And
yes,
fucking,
their
like,
getaway is beautiful.
Yeah, like, even like shit went completely wrong and they still fucking get away clean, which is fucking impressive, because it's normally...
I was confused about where the other dude came from. Dad shows up with another Jeep, and I'm like...
I guess they were just, like, Yeah, I think that was just part of the plan. They're going to switch cars anyways because like they went up to the bank in that car, so they got to like transfer cars basically because they had the
That
bomb
makes
ready
sense.
to blow up that car too. So
Right. Yeah.
and also they
Okay.
said like yeah, I think this is part of their thing because they said like yeah we found the other car bombs. So I think like
Yeah.
they do the job in one car, blow the fuck out of it, get into another car, and then leave.
Okay. Yeah, they did it at the beginning. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, they get away in the Jeep. Ham tries to get the bridge shut down, but they don't get it.
Yep.
And then, yeah, they throw that bag of hair all over the fucking Jeep. And this is where they get out, and after doing all that, they get out and look over, and there's a cop just sitting in his car looking at him.
Yeah.
And they
It's like a fat
stare
patrol
back at
cop.
him, and he's just
They're
like,
like assault rifles. He's just like, nope. Well, and also to be credit too, it's like everyone's like he's a coward, but like he also like there's like a bunch of like workers and like civilians and shit behind him.
100
too. He's
reasons
kinda
why
like,
I
yeah.
would have done the exact same thing. There's
Exactly,
zero
yeah.
chance you're getting your pistol out from a seated position in the time with their gun in hand that they don't just fucking kill you. And yeah,
you
that's
drive
the
2
part
blocks
that...
away and fucking report it in.
Right. And this is the part Ben Affleck said was real. Yeah, he had to call it in later, right? Because there's no way
Yeah.
they don't find where the vehicle ended up and be like, weren't you fucking taking your lunch right
Yeah.
there?
You were supposed to be doing crossing guard duty right there, Johansson. What the fuck was this?
Ham says they're looking over the aftermath, all the shit they left behind and everything. And John Ham says, this is the not fucking around crew. So find me something that looks like a print so I can bring these asshole in and shake their trees because this not fucking around shit is about to go both ways. And then they bring them all in on nothing. And
Yep.
it's kind of like Four Brothers where they bring them in. You remember that? And they're
Yep.
just like, they know they have
Stonewalling.
nothing on them.
Yeah, literally at one point he's like, I would fucking kill the guard that you shot that's gonna make it just so I can get you on fucking murder one charge.
Yeah, he says I'm gonna choke him out. That's great. I also like the dumb one, McGlone or whatever his name is. They're like having him read off robbery lines, and he's like, "Look, I'm trying, man, but this doesn't make any fucking sense what you wrote down." He says authenticious. They go talk to Dougie, and I think they tell him his dad's dead. They say they got your dad, and I don't know if they just beat the shit out of him or what that meant, but they was like,
Well, I think they rated him because there's like several references to his dad not having balls anymore in this.
well, that's what
movie, and it was
Fergie
unclear.
did. The florist did that to him, but he
Yeah.
comes in and says, "Sounds like some new guys got to your dad up at the prison and
Yeah.
smashed his head in, and he's just stone
Well, his
faced."
dad was. Well, also, he like when he went to visit his dad, he was wearing red because he was like fighting and shit.
Yeah.
In solitary confinement. So
Yeah,
that
he
was
says
fucking
all these new kids just don't understand the hierarchy
the
of
Boston
things.
life.
Right, and it's Gino. That's the name of the guy from Bosch. He's talking to Doug, and he says, "Hey, Gino, what do you call a guy that grows up with a group of people, gets to know all their most intimate secrets because they trust him, and then gets a job working off of those secrets?" He says, "You call him a rat, right? I call him Gino." So you find out Gino like grew up with all these people, and he's like, "They made you a part of the community. What did they get for it?" And it seems to like almost make Gino feel bad for a minute.
Yep.
And then, John Hamm comes in, and he doesn't give a fuck. He says, the guard clung to life. If I could, I'd choke him out so that you get the chair.
Yep. Yeah, and he's just like, I think the final thing he says, like, I am here to tell you that you will die in prison, basically. Then even Ben Affleck's like, he's like, bitch, you don't think I was fucking watching you the entire time? I know you were watching me. Suck a dick.
He says, hey, next time you guys want to take pictures, just call ahead, and we can do better than a barbecue. You can do topless, lubed up, whatever you guys are into. He says, everyone in town knows what an FBI antenna looks like. And then he just stands up and goes like, I got to go back to work. Good luck with that print. And then Frawley starts going, like, psycho, way over the line. He calls for Claire, and they said she doesn't work there anymore. And he turns to Gino. He's like, get a fucking warrant for Claire. And he starts doing some pretty fucked up shit after this. But you see Doug gives Claire a necklace. It's like, let's take a trip together. Still things you don't know about me.
For a while.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then Gino has a conversation, gets the warrant, and has a conversation between Claire and Doug. And they recognize the voice. So Frawley goes to her place and sees the necklace while he's talking to her. Pretty much at that point just decides she was in on it. And he's like, I just came by to share some of the suspects with you. And like, this is what I'm trying to figure out if he's doing this because he thinks he's showing her like I'm onto you, or if he's doing this to wreck her world because she didn't know that Doug was.
I think it's a little from column A and a little from column B. I think he's doing it to forward his investigation, but he's also doing it just as a fuck you as well.
Yeah.
Just to fucking completely
It's
fucking
cold
light
as
up
fuck.
this fucking
He
shit.
shows her the picture of Doug, and he's like, I guess I was wrong. You do need a fucking lawyer. And then he leaves. So I'm like, dude, that would wreck me. If an FBI guy was like, actually, you need a lawyer, I'd be like, I'll just kill myself. Doug meets up with Jim, says the florist came through, and he's like, get an extra guy or don't do it because I'm not coming. I'm done. And then Jim starts flip the fuck out like, what do you mean you're done? You don't just walk away from this. And then he goes, there's people I can't let you walk away from. But this is the part where he was like, who? He was like, are you serious? Shine is not my kid. I'm like, of course her name is fucking Shine, dude.
Yeah.
He pisses him off. They get into a little fucking fist fight, and Jim ends it by just pistol whipping him. And then they're sitting down next to each other after beating the shit out of each other. And he's like, this is the spot where I killed Brendan. He's like, I killed him because I heard they were rolling on you with a Glock. And he says, you don't got to thank me, but you're not walking away. He says, I'm grateful for everything. Your family took me in. You're like a brother to me, but I'm leaving. If you're going to shoot me, go ahead, but you're going to have to shoot me in the back.
And it's like, I think, basically he's going to say, you got to tell the florist you're out.
Right. Then he goes and tries that, and this guy is just the most malicious person in this movie. He's like, I'm out, but they can handle it. And he's like, yeah, I don't fucking care. I'm not doing it without you, and you're not doing it without them.
Do it alone. Yeah.
He's like, I didn't come for a debate. I'm not fucking doing it. And then he goes, yeah, if you don't do it, I'm going to cut your nuts off like I did your daddy's. I'm like, God.
Yeah,
and it tells him, I got the hook in her and his mom. He's like, it's real sad watching you walk around and put up signs for your junkie mommy. And she hung herself right over there on that bridge. Ben Affleck just like...
Yeah, and then he also knows about Claire and like threatens,
right,
like gonna hurt her too. And Doug's like, okay, I will do this job. And as soon as I am done with this job, I am going to come back and kill you. Just to his face.
It's just funny how quickly it sways, though, because he comes in and he's like, I'm not doing it. If you got a problem with it, this is my fucking address. And he goes, well, I don't have to kill your girlfriend and send the flower arrangement to your house since I know where you live now. It's just like, damn. All right, I'll do it. But, yeah, I will kill you also.
And he's just like, fine.
And yeah, he says when he says I chemically castrated your dad, I didn't know if he meant like literally or if he meant because he got his wife hooked on dope and made her kill herself. Yeah. Either way.
I believe either way. That's the scary thing. It's just like he could have done either of those things. Or yet again, both.
Dougie goes to Claire's because he's freaking out thinking there might be people over there. And as soon as he walks in, she's got the phone already dialed to 911. I was like, get the fuck out. Like, I know everything now. And when he leaves, he comes home and there's a flower wreath on his fucking front door. And then he goes back. He's like, all right, I'm in. But if anything happens to her, or if I think anything might, I'll kill both of you in your own fucking flower shop. Mm-hmm. And then they go get the details of the job at Fergie's. They're going to rob Fenway, basically. I like the line, though. He says, total haul, $3.5 million. Taking down the Cathedral of Boston, priceless. And then this is where Hams just starts going way over the line. He's talking to Krista at a bar, and she thinks he's just a dude hitting on her. And she's slutting it up. She's like, you got to chase the rabbit if you want the tail. I'm like, dude, you have no self-respect.
And then he just basically like drops the hammer where it's like, yeah, I know you've been running drugs for fucking a long time, and if you don't cooperate with us, I'm going to take your kid.
Yeah. He gets ruthless real fast, and, as much as I hate cops, I respected it in this movie.
They're not fucking around, great team. That is fucking true.
And then just for the little cherry on top, he goes, in all those years you were together, how many diamond necklaces did he give you? And she's like, what? Just stirring up a little extra shit while he leaves.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's all he needed to do. He didn't even need to, like, fucking stop the heist. He could just fucking pull the pin on that grenade and just let it walk away. And the fucking Doug's a dead man.
Doug is fucking a toonie. He's what?
And he gave her a diamond. He's a diamond?
There's a little throwaway line from Jim to Dougie here where he says, I can't go back, so if we get jammed up, we're holding court on the street. That was a badass line. And then, Krista shows up at Doug's house. And it's sad, man. She's like, I want to go with you. I want to go with you. And starts just trying to be all over him. And
she's like fucked up, obviously, and has the kid with her, too. And like fucking little kids witnessing all this. And he realizes it's probably seen worse at this point.
Dude, and he like throws her up against the wall for a minute. I like that as much as he's like on his high horse the whole movie, you see he's just as trashy as the rest of them. Because he throws her up against the wall and then just grabs her baby and sets it out in the hallway.
Yeah, it's like, you just wait outside, Mom, I'll be right there.
And then just shoves her out there. Like, goddamn, bro. And then we're loading up for Fenway. You see Jim and Dougie are dressed as cops. McGlone is an EMT. Everybody's loading up. And then Christina, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah.
just happens to get in a car wreck. I'm like, somebody kill this bitch.
She's in the hospital and she's like on like fucking like this like fentanyl and oxycontin and coke, like just like all the drugs basically at once.
Yeah. Yeah, gets in a fucking wreck, and the cops say that she said to call you, calls John Hamm. And, yeah, they're getting the job ready. He tells her that she's going to need a plea agreement if she ever wants to see her kid again. She just starts crying, so, you know, she's going to give him up. But, like, also, why are you guys telling Krista shit? They pull the camera connections. Jem and Doug walk in and say something about a 911 call about a robbery. And the security guards are immediately like, you don't look like... Why do you have sunglasses inside?
Yeah. So instantly suspicious. They put their hands on their guns, but they instantly freak out because, like, you know, they still, like, in the back of their head, cops with gun. It's a survival instinct at this point.
Did I just pull a gun on cops?
But yeah, then, like, they realize, like, right afterwards, like, oh, god damn it, they fucking got us.
Yeah, they just zip-tied me.
Yeah. There's another fucking door down at the other end where there's like two guards on the other side of it, and apparently they've done their homework. It's like, all right, Bill and Ted. It's like not their real fucking names, but it's like, your address is this, your address is this. Both your wife's names are Linda. It's weird. The Lindas want you to open the door.
Yeah, he says, we have men outside your homes. And they buzz them in. And I don't know if this is how it works with stadiums, but if it is, I can't believe they don't get robbed more. Because they open this door, and it's just a mountain of cash under Fenway, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably it goes into different vendors and shit, but at a point it has to go to a armored car, so it's all got to go to the same point eventually.
Have you ever seen Logan Lucky, I think it's called?
Yeah,
Weird-ass movie, but it's really good. It's Adam Driver, and he's got one arm, and Channing Tatum, and Daniel Craig, and they're robbing, like, the Daytona or something. And all the cash through there is moved through, like, the bank things, like the tubes.
Oh, yeah, the pneumatic tubes.
Yeah, and they put a bomb in there. That's how it's a funny-ass movie. Yeah, they get the cash, bag it up, and they start moving out. And for a minute, it's like, this is really easy.
Yeah.
Dougie changes into EMT. They all change into EMT clothes and go to get in an ambulance. And then Ben Affleck just, like, feels something and just starts, like, looking around the garage they're in. And then goes
he notices it gets, like, it's really quiet. I think he notices first. And it's like, Fenway Park is not supposed to be quiet.
Right. And then he walks up to, like, the garage door they're about to go out, and there is all the cops in Boston outside. Yes. And, dude, you know, I get, like, I don't want to go back to prison. I get that guy's motivation. If I'm Dougie, I'm not doing it. And once I see all those cops, I'm like, yeah, I'm done, bro. I quit.
Or worst case scenario, man, like I'm just grabbing my bit of the money and walking a different direction, like in cop uniform, something. Just like I
gotta go check on something real quick. Fuck you.
I gotta take a piss over here.
Shine's not my fucking daughter. So they see the cops, and then Jem turns around and sees, no hesitation, turns and sees one of those little handheld mirrors poking around the corner. He's just like, just fucking like, bro. There could have been a more tactful way to handle that.
The itchiest of trigger fingers this man has.
And then cops pop up and start shooting back. And I gotta say, something about the way they shot that part, like this scene, made it feel a lot more tense. It just looked more real to me, less actiony, because you just see way back in the darkness, just cops pop up and they got tack
all these like
on
fucking gun flares just fucking going off from the shadows and shit. And the only thing I don't believe is that they would have all been immediately caught in that fucking first barrage and just fucking cut down immediately.
Yeah. No shot, because it's like the SWAT team that's there, and they are efficient.
Yeah, you don't have to be efficient with 80 rifles. It's just fucking like the air is death.
That too.
Towards you in a wall.
Albert gets hit in the vest, Albert McGlone, and there's a guy in an armored car that apparently didn't get the memo of what was going down here.
Yeah.
He starts shooting at him too, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. This is like beyond your pay grade, man. Just stay in the tank and fucking shut the fuck up for a minute.
And apparently there's like a hole in the back of these things.
No, I was watching this with my friend, and they're like, oh, that's real smart. There's a holes you can shoot at. I'm like, yeah, but the problem is the hole works two ways. And then they're just like, he just sticks the machine gun in there. Like, I mean, like, even if you're not dead, your fucking ears are done forever.
Oh, yeah. The fact that they, you know, it shows their ears start ringing when they throw in a flashbang. I'm like, they would have been ringing long before this.
Yeah. Oh, yet again, it would have been over there just because you'd be fucking blind and have a concussion from that shit.
But yeah, his whole plan with the armored cars, he pops the gun in and starts shooting to make the guy drive through the door. And the cops just all start shooting at the truck too, and then I think he's dead because he drives off the edge.
Pretty sure. Yeah, that guy is Oh no, it depends on what kind of bullets they're using, but yeah, they were playing.
Well, if it wasn't maybe not from the bullets, but the wreck maybe after that. But,
yeah, true.
Yeah, they throw in a flashbang and everybody covers their ears and shit except Dez. And then he just stands up afterwards and then just
yeah, just bam in the head and done.
And dude, when they die in this movie, it looks brutal.
Yeah,
like, it's the most realistic like gun deaths I've ever seen in a movie, and it made me a little sick. Albert tells Jim and Dougie to dip out the side in their cop uniforms.
Yeah.
He's like, they're looking for EMTs, and they say a
it's
little
like, I
quick
can do
goodbye.
some time in jail. It's okay. Like,
The poor bastard, man. He's like, yeah, I don't mind. You guys know I'm not scared of a pinch. And then he fucking drives through the door, and they gun his ass down.
Oh, dude, fucking Bonnie and Clyde, dude. He's a Swiss cheese and fucking slams into the fucking armored car at like fucking 40 miles an hour.
That part was cool. His one last fuck you, he just smashes into their truck, slams through the gate. Doug and Jem slip by. They like blend into a group of Boston cops coming in that are arguing with like the SWAT team. It's perfect.
Yep. Yeah, but even then, like they're starting to get out and they're going their separate ways, and like one of them, like some cops, like they're dressed like fucking cops, and fucking Bosch is like, dun 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 dun.
Yeah, Ham turns and sees Jem immediately and starts following because he's the only one with a big ass duffel bag on his back.
Walking the opposite way of everyone else.
Right. Starts following him. He's like, officer, officer. And then he goes, Jem. And he fucking stops and just spins and shoots at him.
Yeah, he's got a fucking Tech 9 like in his fucking jacket and just fucking sprays. Just
And Dougie's watching all this go down. And he runs into traffic, starts shooting at the cops. And then Frawley hits him in the leg with a fucking shotgun. And he crawls behind, like, a newspaper box. And has, like, his little moan. They're like, throw down your weapon. And he's like, fuck. And then just, like, looks over and sees a half-full, like, soda cup on the ground. Picks it up. Is like, oh, like that's the last good thing he's ever going to do in this life. It's really good. The attention to detail they put into this kind of shit was good.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's, like, fucking out of ammo. He's, like, checking his fucking clips and shit. And
yeah. He's saying goodbye to this universe, and he said, I'm not going back. And he goes, okay, I surrender, and then pops up with the guns, and immediately gets shot in the face, and it looks bad. Like, they shoot face, neck, face, and he just fucking goes down, and it looks nasty.
Doug sees it, too. Like, isn't he, like, in the perimeter
he's
or some
standing
shit?
right there watching it happen, and I'm like, dude, witnessing your best friend in the whole world die that brutally. My God. I would have given up then, too. The moment I saw that happen, if it was like, I watched Keeson get gunned down like that, I'd be like, okay, my God, you guys are accurate. I am done.
Yep. You didn't even find me. I surrender. I want none of that.
He gets into a cop car and drives off, and you see Ham, like, see him do it. He turns around and sees a cop get in and just drive away. And he drives straight to the florist shop and walks in. He goes up to Rusty. He's like, come here. Something went bad. It all went bad. Come here. I got to tell you something. And he leans in, just fucking shoots him in the head.
Yeah.
And walks into the bag where Fergie's taking a shit.
Yeah, just immediately Fergie just fucking comes out with like his pants half off with a fucking gun ready and just fucking still has a drop on him and takes him down.
He's like, you little shit. And he goes, remember who clipped your nuts for you. And then fucking shoots him in the dick.
Mm-hmm. Which again makes me wonder if it was literal.
It might have been. I don't know how you would ever confirm that. I don't know if he went back through memories of his dad's. Like, he never took a piss again after my mom left in front of me.
He didn't start wearing tighter pants after that. Yeah.
Gino and Frawley get notified that somebody got Fergie. They get a call that Fergie's been shot. Like, that's the florist. And then Doug calls Claire, and she asks if he can come over. And then he's, like, across the street and looks over when she says that, and then sees the FBI, and he's like, oh, man.
He's like, are you alone? Like, yeah. And fucking, like, just like, yeah, come on over. Like, right now? It's like, yeah, right now.
And he's like, oh, man. Dude, what are you... But then she goes, he says, I guess I'll be on my way then. And she says, it'll be just like one of my sunny days. Aw, she still loves her fucking kidnapper and gaslighter.
Stockholm Syndrome is completely set in.
He's like, well, I'm on my way then. And it's all smiley. And you see Frawley sends people to bus stations, airports, everywhere, and then they're camping out the house. Now Dougie is dressed as a bus driver, and I want to know where they're getting all these uniforms, because that is never mentioned. And that would be a really hard thing to do, honestly. How do you get a full-fledged Boston cop uniform, EMT, bus driver?
It's the unseen fifth member of the crew, the seamstress.
Yeah, fucking master of disguise over here. And he walks right past all of them. And then they're standing there, and Frawley just, like, kind of repeats to himself, Your sunny days, huh? Says, you know, Claire, we are a national organization. And then he's like, everybody pack it up, get the description out, we know what he looks like. And then he walks up to his car, and under his antenna is a note that says, go fuck yourself. And then he turns to Claire's lawyer as he's walking by, he goes, it's for you.
And then we get her kind of like a little bit later digging in her little community garden, which has come up several times. And apparently he left all the money to her because he's a good person.
I don't think he left all of it, because he does get a little thing down on foot, but enough.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, she takes that fucking money, bitch. You were no better. I'm sorry.
I think she takes it, then she puts it all into the community center because like it has ice and get at the end and shit.
That didn't cost no fucking $9 million. Put ice on a rink in Boston. They're like
government facility. It might have taken $9,000.
And nobody was like, "How did you get this money? You quit your job. Where did you get this money?"
This 100% feels like there was a different ending to this movie, and they're like, they didn't like that. Okay, the rec center's fixed, and just Ben Affleck's in Florida looking off into the distance, wistfully. Just end it.
yeah. That's it. He's There's a note in there that says, you'll do better with this money than I can. By the time you read this, I'll be long gone. Not the way I planned, but the first time in my life, I'm leaving this city. Maybe if I go, I can stop looking for his mom, which was hit me a little bit in the feels. And then there's an orange in the bag. And then, you see him down in Florida in like a really shitty place, honestly.
Yeah, it's like on the bayou in like a stilt house, basically.
Right. And says, I'll see you again in this side or the other. And you also see there's a bench dedicated to Doris McRae, which is funny because for everybody that's from that neighborhood, they're all like, the fucking crack whore that hung herself? What? And then one more quote in the after credits. Charlestown's reputation as a breeding ground for armed robbers is authentic. However, this film all but ignores the great majority of the residents of Charlestown, past and present, who are the same good and true people found most anywhere. This film is dedicated to them. Ben Affleck is Boston through and through. The end. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like there was another ending somewhere that was way more realistic because, I don't know. I just felt a little too... That felt like a dream. That felt like his dying dream as he's fucking seeing his life flash before his eyes.
It's happened a few times. Like, remember when I was a kid, I went to a test screening of Road del Dorado, and, like, they'll just, like, if the ending is problematic at all, they'll just fucking slap on, and they walked into the sunset, like, at the end of it. Just to fucking...
I appreciate a happy ending, but when movies like this... Everything else was realistic and sad. I would have appreciated. I would have been fine with it ending horribly.
And did Doug deserve a happy ending?
Exactly.
He was instrumental in the death of a lot of people for very selfish, unnoble. Okay, cool. He gave some of the money to a community center afterwards, but he still murdered like fucking 10 cops that had families and shit.
He
gaslit
experienced some pain in life like the rest of us, but he also turned into a piece of shit about it. Like, I'm sure Jem could have also been the focus of the story, and we would have felt stuff for him.
Yep.
Okie dokie. All right, now into Den of Thieves. Same shit. Point Break, this movie, the town, they all start with this shit. But I love that only one city can claim these things, your hometown. It says 2,400 times a year, 44 times a week, 9 times a day. Every 48 minutes, a bank is robbed here. This is the bank robbery capital of the world, Los Angeles.
And a lot of banks here.
As cliche and overdone as that is, it gets me every time. I'm like, here we go.
Oh, dude, like there's the famous like robbery in like 1984, like that fucking like bank heist that like the cops had to like go commission guns from places because they were so heavily armored. Like that went right by my elementary school. Like I was in school and it happened like fucking like 1,000 feet from us at one point.
Yeah, that's dope. I would never go to a bank if I lived where you live.
I do my banking online. There's a reason.
And yeah, they get right into it too. You start with an armored truck robbery outside of a donut shop, and there is a big difference. The guys in the town are meticulous. These guys are like SWAT team turned bank robbers, and you end up finding out why. But
they're meticulous.
Yeah, these the guys in the armored truck come out of the shop, and they're held at gunpoint immediately. And you see one of the guys taking a giant drill through the windshield of the armored truck when the guy doesn't unlock it. I'm like, damn!
Yeah, they go full fucking Fast and the Furious, like fucking right off the bat here. Like, hydraulic jet rams through armored plated cars, and we're going to rip it off with the car.
They rip the windshield off. One of the guys drops his coffee, and one of the goons shoots him immediately. And that causes everyone else to start shooting the other cops that are standing there. And then they throw a bleach bomb in the car, which I thought was super cool. And cops start pulling up immediately, and you hear one of them say, range 100, suppressive fire. And I'm like, okay, so these guys are obviously fucking trained. Like, this is dope as shit immediately. Cops show up, and they have a gunfight. They get one of the thieves, and then the thieves just mow down all of the cops. Like, one of them has a saw, fucking fully automatic machine gun.
Yeah, heavy machine gun, just Swiss cheese. These fucking cars.
Like a solid 20 seconds, just suppressive fire.
No, like, Loki reminded me of the fucking scene from like Terminator 2 with the Gatling gun, where it's just like it becomes like a joke after a few moments. It's like, oh god.
They drop smoke and take the armored truck and leave. And one of the guys in their crew is jacked into something where he can see. Yeah, that guy's awesome. Like, the tech level, you go way above the town in this. Like, he's watching the current location of all the cops, which is not a thing.
The town was just existed. Like, okay, like the call went out and they're coming somewhere. But this guy's just like GPS tracking all the fucking cop cars in real time.
Yeah, he's like jacked into some kind of box, and I'm like, why does that exist? Why can you jack into something and see where every cop is?
I mean, I guess it's 2018 in this movie as opposed to, like, it was like 2000
True.
Something for the town. So it's just, crime has gotten that much
it's like 8 years after the town. That makes sense. And it's L.A., where I bet they're way more prepared. Yeah, and they get to the garage, talk shit to Bosco, the guy that shot the cop, who's Cheddar Bob, and asked if he fucked anything else up. And you meet Merriman, who's played by Pablo, what's his fucking name? Schreiber? Pablo Schreiber? Yeah. A.K.A. Porn Stash from Orange is the New Black. Both of these movies are headed up by just major female thirst traps. Yeah, Jess, who takes very little interest in our show unless she's on it. When I mentioned this episode, was like, do you want me to come on? I'm like, so you can just sit there and drool on camera about two other dudes? I'm good.
Yeah, same thing happened when Haley came in and was watching Internal Affairs. She's like, what's this?
Yeah, dude. Any given moment you walk in this movie, though, and one of those guys is shirtless, it's like, okay, get out.
Yeah.
She loves this movie. Sequel sucked for her, too, though. Merriman tells Bosco, the guy that shot the cop, go back and see which agency responds. If it's major crimes, we got a problem. And then he turns, and they're like, everything good, dude? And he's like, we're cop killers now. And that's, like, apparently a problem for them. Enter big
Jerry
fucking
Renner was
Nick.
just like, woo! Cop killers.
Yeah, dude. They didn't give a fuck in the town. Here I go killing again. And now we meet Big Nick, played by Gerard Butler. Dude, he fucking destroys this role. It was the best thing I've seen him in since 300. Where
Dude,
he
no,
wasn't...
I want this character and Denzel's character from fucking Training Day to have a fucking buddy cop movie.
Yes.
Like, just the who can corrupt cops the hardest.
Yeah, man, he fucking... His outfit, whatever the fuck you call that, wardrobe in this movie, and the way he acts and everything is just perfect. He's a dangerous, dirty cop.
Yep. It's a massive piece of shit with like no self-awareness. It's great.
And this was one of the few movies where only like one time did I see him fighting his Irish accent. Every other movie he's in, he barely fucking tries. But this and 300, he fucking kills it. But you see him sneaking into a house, and then you realize it's his own house. But
yep.
I hated this scene. I felt it through and through. Like, I've been in this position. Thank God I'm not anymore. But he's sneaking in. It's 6 a.m. And he finally gets into his kitchen. He's just standing there drinking milk and going through his phone. And his wife comes down the stairs, and it's like, it's 6 a.m. Where have you been? Robbing drug dealers? She's like, you smell like a stripper. He's like, of course I was at work. And she goes, funny, because I got this text, and shows him her phone. She shows her phone and has a text that says, you a bad bitch. That was so hot. And you see him for like 2 seconds, like really trying to think of how he could possibly explain that away. And then he's just like, yeah, it's not what it looks like. And then she starts packing up the kids and leaving, and even says like, Dad doesn't have enough time for us right now. He's like, oh, that's nice. Like, God, this hurts to watch. And I'm like, I know he's a piece of shit, but this part just sucks to watch, man. Especially knowing that he's either hungover or still very fucked up.
Yeah, no, he is just like a massive piece of shit and just like completely valid wife crash out.
Yeah. And then they leave, and he sits down on the couch, and his phone goes off, and he goes, are you fucking kidding me? And that's him getting called to the scene that just happened. And when he shows up, his crew all also look equally as sketchy and hungover. They've all got fucking neck tattoos and shit.
Yeah, it just looks like another gang shows up, which is kind of like they mention later.
Yeah. As soon as he comes out, they're like, hey, be careful. We got a piss test coming up. And he walks over and grabs a donut from the blood-soaked donut box from the crime scene, just eating it while they're talking. It's great.
Yeah, and then halfway through the next scene, he just like fucking tosses it. He like eats half of it.
Yeah.
10 feet of the body.
He starts, you can tell he's a good cop, too, if he wanted to be, because he's like, yeah, they must have picked this place because it's next to the airport. They knew the restricted airspace meant no ghetto bird coming in.
Yep.
And he says,
they stole an empty truck, I think, right?
Yeah. Says we're dealing with a different animal here, and they're like, nothing was in the truck. And he's like, why the fuck did they take an empty truck? And you see Bosco is sitting there taking pictures of them while this is happening. And like the donut guy saw him, but for some reason they left him alone. And then the FBI guy shows up. I love their relationship.
Die Hard scene where it's just like, fucking like, it's like, who's in charge here? I am, not anymore. It's just like that fucking scene again.
But their little back and forth, dude, I rewound and watched again because it was cracking me the fuck up. He's like, they're doing a little back and forth, and he goes, okay, I can't do this with you this early. You just threw a donut into an active crime scene. And he goes, no, I did not. I did? That was bad. And then there's even the part where he was like, he like says something and pauses, and he's like, pausing for dramatic effect. I'm like, God, he fucking murders this role. And then, we see Berryman and Bosco are looking at the pictures he just took and look up Nick, Gerard Butler. And they're like, he played football at South and killed one of the criminals we know. And they're like, get to know your enemy, guys. And just stare at the picture of Nick. And that football thing becomes important later. But, then the cops are like, how'd they know about this transfer from the casino to the Fed? It wasn't scheduled. They're like, it had to be an inside job. And they immediately are like, what about Merriman? When did he parole out? 8 months ago? I'm like, damn, they just... no time at all. And he's like, do we still have a tail on that kid that works for Ziggy? Let's go pay him a visit. And this is where we meet Baby Ice Cube, a.k.a. Donnie. And I'm sorry, he's not that great of an actor. This could have been literally anybody else. We're just getting ahead of this. Every time he's on screen and like he just got beat up or whatever, he acts like he is a seizure patient, and I don't know what that's about.
Beyond that, it's just like the twist at the end of this implies a level of like sophistication and intelligence that the character just does not give off.
No,
is the problem. And it's not even like one of those things where it's like, I was pretending to be dumb the whole time, ha ha ha. It's just like, no, it's just...
Never bought it.
Yeah.
And, this might seem a little superficial, but he's the only dude in the movie that's not even remotely in shape, which bothered me. Like, he's the only one on this crew that's chubby.
He's got like my physique, and you're not doing no fucking heists on fucking my physique. I don't care if you're the fucking driver or what the fuck you are.
Well, that's even when they show his badass driving scenes, I'm like, I just don't buy it. He does not seem like that guy. I don't know. You see a little, if you blink, you miss it scene where a guy leaves his badge on the bar and it's for the Federal Reserve. And he kicks everyone out.
Slides it away,
Yeah. Kicking everybody out, but Big Nick is hanging out there. And he says, a lot of cops and shady guys in here, huh? And he's like, yeah, it's a neutral ground. You get a guy a steak and a couple drinks and he'll tell you his darkest secrets. He's like, you pull a lot of pussy in here? And he's just like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'd fuck you. They just stare at
like, what? It's like, just kidding.
And then just leaves. Okay. You pulled no recon by doing this. But, then he goes out to his car and he runs outside, tases him, and knocks him the fuck out. I like that he tases him and then punches him.
And that's gotta be the thing, man. Like, after that interaction, like, waking up and seeing him, like, oh, I'm getting raped.
Dude, 1,000%. And so, like you said, there's supposed to be this whole, I was pretending to be dumb the whole time, but he wakes up and has pissed on himself and just looks like shit. Like, at no point in this movie is he remotely a badass.
And we just come into like the worst hotel party ever after this.
Every time it shows their party scenes, I can feel exhaustion from having been in this room before. You know what I mean?
I know. It's just like one of those ones where like you walk into the room and you instantly regret your decision to go in, but you can't leave because someone might get offended and actually beat your ass.
Yes, exactly. You see Nick just fuck some stripper in the bathroom as soon as he wakes up. I'm like, he didn't waste no time being sad about his wife. You see, Donnie does have a USMC tattoo on his arm, which just made me angry. Like, you should still be in shape. all the sketchy cops are out there with strippers and hookers. He's like, why are my pants wet? He says, if y'all are in some homo shit, just kill me. And they're like, you pissed yourself. Yeah. And they show him, they've been watching him for a while. They have a picture of him talking to Merriman. They say you were arrested at 17 for GTA, convicted as an adult, stint for manslaughter, and the fastest speeding ticket in California history. Like, how fast were you going? He goes, 178. And I'm like, is there really a thing where you can be like, fastest speeding ticket in history? Like, I don't know. Maybe they do keep track of that.
Gotta be someone. I mean,
but also, if you're going 178, how the fuck did they pull you over, bro?
Consent, I guess.
Remember Tokyo Drift, where they see him go by so fast? Like, once it gets to there, we don't pull him over.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I think is like they got him on like a speed camera or something. Like
that would be hilarious if you got your ticket in the mail from driving 178. And then they tell him, you're one strike away from getting sex in the ass. And I'm like, all right, fucking chill out.
Yeah. These are like the most like evil cops of any of our cops.
It's literally if the whole crew was Denzel's.
Yeah.
Nick shows him his regulator tattoo. And he says, it's like being in a gang, only we have badges, which means you are done. And he says, do we look like the types that'll arrest you? No, we'll just shoot you. It's less paperwork. And, like, you've heard that line in cop movies before. This might be the only crew where you're like, I believe you.
Yeah. It's like there are bags of, like, cocaine and fucking open liquor bottles and cigars, smoking trays, and obvious prostitutes. Like, it's just like, it's this kind of cops. Cool.
And then he just puts him in a chokehold and starts yelling at him, questions at him. And he says, I'm just the driver.
Yep.
Like, why'd you take an armored car? He's like, I don't know. They don't tell me shit for this exact reason. And then they basically started going through the crew via flashback. So you get a flashback to meeting Bosco in a bar and telling him he was ex-military and he needed money. So then they take him to meet Merriman and Laveau, 50 Cent.
Yep, they all apparently known each other since they were children.
Yeah, football keeps coming up. But and they do a flashback from the flashback of Merriman getting out of prison. And guard says, see you soon. Says, no, you won't, blah, 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 blah. And then we're back in the first flashback. Bosco brings Donnie to the house. Bunch of dudes mean-mugging him on the way to the back. And it reminded me of Fast and Furious. There's just a bunch of jack dudes everywhere. And says, so you spent time at Wayside. What did they serve for breakfast on Fridays? And I've seen this happen before. When I worked with a bunch of ex-cons and a guy would say, like, when I was in the joint and everybody didn't believe him, they'd be like, yeah, what'd they serve for breakfast on this day? It's a real thing.
Yep.
He says, silver dollar pancakes, 3 of them. He's like, so you can drive, huh? And then shows him driving in this really cool Mustang. And like I said, he does some really dope shit. Drives through, like, a closing space from a backing up semi. But it's this guy, so at no point did he look remotely cool to me.
Yeah, and even the internals of the car, it doesn't seem like they're doing these moves and shit. It's like all fucking blue screen.
Yeah, and you don't really see much of that the rest of the movie. He's supposed to be this bomb-ass driver, and that never
doesn't
really...
They hit traffic. I mean, it's
yeah, so that part was set up as lame.
Yeah.
And then they're
misdirect for the audience and anything.
Shows their first gig is robbing a stadium. So their first gig is the big gig from the town, robbing a stadium. And I like the way they deal with the die is they just put the money in water and pop it.
Yep.
And then throw the money in the microwave to dry it off. So we got die packs and microwaves in this movie too.
It's just the tools of the trade, apparently.
And then they're like, a lot of money here. Why don't we just call it a day? And he goes, would you rather have $3 million in hot bills and look over your shoulder for the rest of your life, or 30 clean? And now we're back at the hotel room, and they just say, keep doing your thing, and we'll be in touch. Donnie gets a call after leaving this to meet at 0800. You see Nick see his family at a grocery store, and she looks at him and walks away, which fucking sucked. Cops ID the dead guy from the scene and link it to Merriman. So immediately, like both movies, they're like, yeah, we know who it is. We just gotta wait for the exact right moment, apparently. And Merriman takes his guys to see the Federal Reserve and talk about their plan to rob it.
Yeah. And just explains how the Federal Reserve works for like 10 minutes for the audience.
Says it's unrobbable, so we're gonna rob it. Pretty much the whole scene.
They said, 53 tries, no one's gotten past the lobby.
Yeah, so we're going to do it. Cops are talking about how all the guys met and served in the Marines, trying to make connections. He says there's only 2 passports on the street, sports and military. And then the meat of the plan, they say the Fed separates out old currency when they get drops. erases the serial numbers so they cease to exist, and then they shred it. Average of 30 million deemed unfit every day and sent to the shredder. And then it shows Nick tying all the most like sophisticated heists in recent history to these guys, and there was only like one dead spot where these heists stopped happening, and that was when he was in prison. So, you know, they got their fucking guy. And they're like, well, why'd they leave the donut guy? And he's like, because they shoot uniforms, not civilians. Like, they're connecting all this shit. And I would not have connected that because that seems like a stretch.
Yeah, it has to be a coincidence. I wouldn't bank on that one.
Yeah. He goes, we nail these guys. We solve all these heists that have happened in recent history. This is the crew. And the Merryman says we're going into the Federal Reserve that way and points to where all the armored trucks are going. And I gotta say, the little ways they get into this facility, like the side planning they do around the gig, is super cool, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only part where he is cool. Like, you see Donnie getting a job at a Chinese place. You don't know why for a while. Like, it's a minute before you see that payoff.
He gets the job and delivers like his thing to these like two ladies, which I think one of them is in on it. We find out at the end, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
one of them is what?
One of the two ladies ordering the Chinese food is like in on it with Donnie. I swear to God, like one of them was at the bar, like at the very end.
Well, maybe I did not pick up on that if that was the case. You also see Nick get served divorce papers.
Yes,
and the cops are just like, "Welcome to the fucking club."
Yeah, like nobody even flinches. He's like, "Oh, I'm divorced, guys." Like, "Oh, let's go."
And he's clearly like, he might be the only one that actually loved his wife. He looks like, yeah, I'm not psyched about this, but also I just fucked a stripper yesterday, so like,
yeah, exactly. I have part of their bomb thing is they're going to try to simulate a EMP blackout. Basically, it's like they have like a bunch of brownouts in the area, and they're going to try to like fake one of those, basically.
Which I'm not from LA, but from what I understand, especially in the summer, is pretty common.
Oh yeah, the rolling brownouts definitely. Like they'll tell us when it's going to happen. It's like, yeah, you're going to get a power from like 5 to 7 today. Shit.
That happens here when there's wind and storms and people lost their minds. I remember telling you about this, I think, on the show, and you were like, "Hey, welcome to California."
Yep.
You get like a test run where he delivers the Chinese food to those ladies and goes and puts some bags in the ceiling in the bathroom. And for all their security, I feel like they would not have openable ceiling tiles.
Yeah, no drop ceilings in a bank.
Nick says they're casing it, and then he's like, what else did they take from the stadium? And they're like, federal deposit slips. And he's like, hello? Like, how did that not come up? He's like, Merriman isn't dumb. He knows he can't take down the Fed. And he's like, it's the Olympics, and he's Carl Lewis. And as done as this scene is, it's still my favorite. I'm sure you've all seen the clip of this on TikTok a billion times, but it's kind of like the Bad Boys scene. This kid shows up to take 50 Cent's daughter to prom. He walks in and he like sees the red bandana sticking out of his pocket and leans over and tucks it in. He's like, let me holler at him for a second. And I never noticed this before, but he takes him to the garage and it's a bunch of just jack dudes just standing there mean mugging him. And also a child. There's like an 8-year-old amongst these big tough guys. I don't know why the child is there. And there's also one white dude that does not belong with all these big jack guys. He just has on a beanie on and wraparound sunglasses.
It's various thugs.
And a child, yeah. But they're all mean mugging him, and he goes, for the past 16 years, my daughter's protection has been my responsibility and my responsibility only. For the first time, I gotta hand you that responsibility. Don't fuck up, or your mama will weep as she has to wheel your ass around every day for the rest of your life. And he goes, I worked on this because I wanted to say it as nice as possible. And I love 50 Cent's demeanor never changes ever in anything.
No. Just smiling and about to kill you.
And this big Mexican guy starts screaming at him in Spanish, and Merriman's like, all he's trying to say is it's wonderful to meet you, and we hope you have a lovely night. And then they walk out, and 50 Cent stops and turns back, and he's like, I think you got the picture, bruh. And everybody starts laughing. And then, like, I don't care how corny it is, every father with a daughter has fantasized about doing exactly this. And then we get the tense run-in that you get in these movies.
Yes, at Benihana.
Yeah, at Benihana. He walks in, he's just a prick all the time. When he talks to Donnie, he's like, yeah, the food here fucking sucks.
Yeah, dude, and it's just like, this is unnecessary. There's no benefit to this whatsoever. He just like literally comes and just like rattles the fucking tree for no fucking benefit.
Literally, like you just fucked with your one informant in this entire case, possibly got him killed by hinting to everyone we know each other.
Yeah,
Like,
beyond that, everyone's gonna be fucking suspicious as fuck now, and like they know who like major crimes and shit is. Like,
right.
they like established that at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I don't. I think he's just a giant prick. I don't think he had any attacked here, but yeah, he talks shit about how they fucked him up in football every year. And Merriman's eventually like, "Hey, man, we're out with our families. Why don't you shut the fuck up and go sit down?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like, "See you at the gym, Donnie." And then they all turn to Donnie, like, "We're gonna kill you now." Yeah, they beat the shit out of him. They really try to scare him. They pull him out of the car, and there's a dude just pouring acid into a barrel.
Yeah. And his argument is far less effective than the spoon engine argument, I will say. He's just
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Like, are you a cop? It's like, first of all, that doesn't work. We've established this many times before.
Right.
Second of all, no, I'm not a cop. He's just an asshole. I'm just like...
Yeah, he even tells him, like, no, they picked me up, and I didn't tell him shit. They're like, he knows all of you, but he doesn't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They're like,
And
make sure he knows the
thing,
job's on Friday.
Yeah, and yeah, it's this weird thing where it's like if you all want to stop this, we can. Like, no, we're gonna keep going. It's like, that's fucking weird. Like, why are they not more freaked out about this?
So
the driver just got pinched.
You know, spoilers. We're gonna do it anyway if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't understand this scene. I get him saying, you know, if you want to call it off, we can, blah, blah, blah. But why are they, like, interrogating him if it's his fucking job?
I guess it'd be like if, like, you realized your boss was talking to fucking, like, the FBI, like, fucking right next to you. It's like, hey, you guys want to, like, leave? You can leave. It's fucking fine. He's like, nah, I guess we'll stay because we want the fucking money. But god damn
You'd think, though, that he'd, like, punch him in the gut and he'd be like, hey, you know, you guys are fired. You can't hit me.
Yeah.
It's my
job.
I don't know. But it would explain why they buy his story so quickly, you know, in hindsight.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But yeah, they rough him the fuck up a bunch of times. And just like, if you think this is
His
the guy,
whole-
then what the fuck are you doing?
He gets his ass beat a lot in this movie. Part of why I just didn't like his character. At no point is he ever like a man among men in this movie.
No, and they're trying to pull like fucking Kaiser Sose, Usual Suspects.
Exactly.
This thing, it doesn't fucking land quite.
Not
like it should.
remotely. When
Yeah.
you see the ending, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I was surprised, but not in like the that's a great twist way. In the fucking like they didn't really give the audience a chance to figure this out by themselves way.
Right. Yeah. So Nick pulls up to this. I like this scene too. He pulls up to this super nice house, and his wife and friends are inside, and his wife is sitting next to this new guy that she's clearly like dating. Nick just walks in, introduces himself to the guy, and he's like, "What's for dinner?" And everybody's very uncomfortable. And this dude there is way bigger than Nick and is clearly scared of him.
Oh, I mean, dude, he's like has like the sense of like a rabid dog wandering by, and everyone's like, "Okay, don't make any sudden movements."
Yeah, exactly. And the guy's like, "I was gonna call you Nick." He's like, "Just give me the fucking pen," and then starts drinking the dude's wine and signing the papers, and for no reason says, "And it's assumed if you ever touch one of my daughters or talk with them or look at them, I go boom, boom." And they're like, "Oh, Nick, Jesus Christ." He's like, "No need to put that in the contract, right?" And then he makes the dude hug him. And he's like, "Come on, we'll save a fortune in therapy." And I love it. I love all of this. So the friend starts to pull him out, and he kind of hits him, and he's like, "Don't fucking touch me." And then like slaps the dude's belly on the way out, just completely emasculating him. And then he stops and goes, "By the way, when you're hitting that from behind and you're wondering what that thing is on her ass, it's a tattoo of my name, Big Nick O'Brien. Just a heads up." And he goes, "Call me," to his wife, and leaves. This guy is never going to touch her now.
That he blew up his spot pretty goddamn hard there. Then we cut to the suit outlet.
Yeah, they're all getting new fits, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if it's a thrift shop or what, but there's, you know.
It's a suit outlet.
Yeah, Donnie shows up and was like, "What the fuck was that? Like, why'd you show up and blow my shit up?" And they're like, "It's fine. You're going to be fine." And he's like, "All I know is that it's happening Friday, and I don't know where yet." And then he's like, "You guys are protecting me, right?" And he's like, "We got your back." And I'm like, "No, you don't. Nobody
you're fucking drinking bourbon in the suit outlet. You don't fucking have his goddamn back."
I don't think he's slept in 3 days for the course of this movie, dude.
No, he's just riding a full-on, like, coke bender.
And this part kind of reminds me of Heat for sure. Nick shows up to a gun range and stands next to Merriman. And Essentially, Merriman just big dicks him and unloads
Yep.
3 straight mags, just boom, 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 like does all these different firing patterns. Goes
Yeah,
boom, boom,
like
boom,
a
boom,
fucking
boom,
five
boom,
ring,
boom, boom. Goes through 3 fucking magazines, and then when he leaves, Nick pulls his target in, and it's all center mass.
Yep.
Which I thought was nice for once. They weren't all headshots because if you're trained, you aim for center mass, you know? There might have been a couple headshots, but... Nick's at the strip club, fucking another hooker, fucking another stripper hooker. And at first I'm just like, okay, do I need a montage of just him banging strippers? And then you find out it's for a reason. Merriman comes home and you see that stripper and she's naked and like runs into the other room. And then Nick comes out of the bathroom and they just stare at each other. I'm like, holy shit, dude. He looks at and Merriman looks at the counter, sees Nick's gun, and then just walks past him to where that girl went. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Talk about crossing lines with the cops in both these movies.
Yep. That's big dicking right there.
Well, then he goes in there and the stripper goes, I did what you told me to do. And I'm like, damn, that's dark that you fucking pimped your girl out for this plan. And yeah, Nick calls Z and says, Pico Rivera savings, tell the crew. That's the information he got out of the stripper. So they were giving him bad info. Kind of bad info.
Kinda is. This is partial true info. We get a scene then where Nick goes to see his daughter through the chain link fence at school, like one last time in case this all goes fucking sideways.
And that was sad as fuck, dude. You know.
Yep.
It's weird mixing up like sad divorced dad feelings if you've ever been through anything like that, but also you're not the big piece of shit that Nick is in this movie.
Yeah, and also he should not be there. There's
No!
Yeah.
I feel like the
There is-
teachers are on high alert to like call the police if they ever
Oh,
see
the
it.
teachers were just like fucking like actively ignoring it. Like, Jenny, come away from that weird
Yeah.
man at the fence. Time to go in. Like, no sense of urgency whatsoever.
And then you see him right after that. He finally like breaks the fuck down in his truck for a moment, right before everything kicks off. He's just bawling his eyes out in his truck. And I thought it would have been really funny if his wife's new boyfriend showed up right then. It was like, you crying, you little bitch?
Baby, want a bottle? We can't have true justice in the world, but yeah, then we get a suit up scene.
Yeah, from both sides. It was really cool. You don't really get it with the cops in the town, but since they're like dirty cops, it's pretty similar. You see them, all the
bunch
cops are
of
putting on
assault
tack
rifles and-
vests and
Cigarettes and
yep. I do like, this was funny to me. You see Merriman, Donnie walks in and he's like, change of plans. We're doing this. And he's like, you ever use one of these? And hands him a rifle and teaches him gun safety and trigger control. And I'm like, he was in the Marines. Why does he?
yeah.
That's like day one shit, dude. What? And he's like,
There's a Boy
literally
Scout.
down
Like,
to what a safety does. And it's like, don't keep
Yeah.
your finger on the trigger and keep that motherfucker pointed at the ground. I'm like, he should know all that.
I mean, question though, does Donnie know he's in the Marines? Because like you only saw that like when his like fucking shirt was getting pulled up and shit in the interrogation things. Maybe.
Well, he
didn't-
mentions
or-
it when he's looking for work that he was in the Marines to Bosco. So, I
They're
don't
just
know.
dumb.
Yeah.
It's just being a condescending fucking asshole. It's like, all right, you're a Marine. I heard you eat crayons. You say, hold a gun.
This, not M16. You see the cops are watching the bank, and the gang just gets out broad daylight in masks and enter the bank and take over
Yeah.
as they watch.
And the cops are just like, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Just give a minute. like that's not enough to fucking get them. It's like, okay, they entered a bank with assault rifles. Like,
Right. Yeah, literally, I don't know what they were waiting on because they wait for a while. Yeah, because they take everyone hostage, and then they're like, anybody need to use the bathroom? Take a piss on yourself. And then he goes, grabs a manager, and he says, I know you've already triggered the silent alarm. Call 911 and say the following. We have a 211 in progress, and we have hostages. Within 1 hour, 10 million in unmarked bills, small bills from a department helicopter loaded with fuel, or we kill a hostage every hour.
they'll say, if you try to negotiate with us, we will also immediately
Yes.
kill a hostage, which is fucking hard.
And for once, they say that, and like shit actually happens, as far as they know.
Yeah.
They have the manager open a vault, and then the phone rings like they just said not to. And LAPD's like, let us speak with the guy in charge, and he answers it. He's like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Our demand's being met. He's like, it's being worked at as we speak. And he's like, you just killed a hostage. And he goes, the negotiator goes, God damn it.
Shucks. Let's try that again.
And then he nods at Bosco, and he takes the lady in the back and fires his gun. You just hear it. You don't see anything.
Yep.
And then you see Nick yelling at the FBI outside. He's like, "You heard the demand, you stupid motherfucker!" And just starts walking towards the bank. No, he says, "What the fuck are you doing, Merriman?" Like trying to. He's like, "This is not their MO. This is not what they do."
Yep. And there's like a big boom from inside, and like they blow in the fucking main vault.
He's like, "I ain't cuffing up." And he's like, "That's okay. I didn't bring my cuffs anyway." And then they hang up, and then, yeah, big explosion blows out the windows. Nick is even more confused now. Meanwhile, Mac, the big Samoan dude, intercepts a call for a drop at the Pico Rivera. All this shit's happening, and you still are kind of confused as to why they're at this other bank.
Yep.
Nick sees that there's a sewer line on an old blueprint, and according to the map, it's all cemented up, and he looks at the manhole, and he's like, "Nope," and fucking runs towards the bank, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And props to his homies. Like, they see him going in, they're like, "Oh, god damn it. Let's go."
Yes, I love their tightness in this movie.
Yeah. He's doing something stupid, back him up.
In front of all these other cops, yeah. I feel like they're more concerned about the other cops getting involved than they are anybody else. But they go inside and see that they're not there anymore. There's no dead hostage. There's just one tied up in the bathroom. And they see the big hole in the ground. And Merriman comes out the other side. And Nick just jumps in and starts following him. Like for a while, he's down there.
Yeah. Like, all the way to where he like exited, basically. Like, it takes him a while to
Yeah.
get there, but...
And then you see Mac make a call back on that same line he's been jacked into and schedules a drop for Pico Rivera. So now everything's starting to line up. They're making the bank drop as if they're from the one they're holding up with that empty armored car.
So just lit right into the core.
Nick just leaves after seeing where he went out and says, like, "It's your crime scene," and just leaves. And they're at the Fed. They're dropping money. Donnie's hidden inside of a big glass cube, which I thought was funny. He's inside an ice cube.
Yep.
Basically, they sit there while they count money. They set off a brownout in the building. They're fucking with the radios so they all can't communicate. And Donnie starts bagging up all the cash from inside the room he's locked inside.
Yeah,
and drops it
inside
all.
the shredder.
Yeah. Drops it down a garbage chute. And it's a really tense scene where they're right fucking there. It's really crazy. He's inside a big glass room, and I'm like, his fat ass is not this nimble. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, especially the size of fucking air vents they have in this
Yeah.
fucking movie. It's like, thank God they come in the jumbo sizes. He goes right behind the machine and, like, unscrews, like, the little vent, and just as the fucking counters get back in, he fucking pulls the vent closed, and I'm like, how's that not just gonna, like, again, whatever.
Yeah, bro.
But,
no shot.
yeah. But also, it cuts to him, like, how did he turn around? Because he, like, backed into it, and the other scene, he's, like, the opposite direction. But, yeah, he's just fucking, like, Mission Impossibling through these fucking, like, 5x4 fucking vents that apparently all offices have.
And knowing he set all this up, why is he the one doing this? He's the least athletic one of all of them.
I know. He's dripping sweat by the time
Yeah,
this is over, too.
that's the other thing. In this whole movie, he's got pit sweat like a motherfucker. Like, he looks like shit. But yeah, you see him grab the bags. This part cracks me up. He goes and gets the old-ass Chinese food that's been up in the ceiling.
Like
and,
for a week and a half at this point, probably.
delivers this old-ass... He puts on the Chinese food uniform and goes and delivers the food to these ladies. And then you see Merriman and...
done this before, so they just let him walk through the building because it's like, oh, it's a Chinese guy.
Right. Merriman and Laveau, 50 Cent are leaving and stopped and asked for confirmation again. And Donnie's leaving, and yeah, he's sweaty as fuck. It looks like he would trigger some red flags on these security guards, dude.
Like, he looks like he's been sprinting, like, for some reason. Like, just stopped.
And they hold him, and when he's leaving, they're like, "We don't have you signed in." And I'm like, I mean, come on, man. Like, how do they just move past? Like, I didn't see you come in. How are you here?
Yeah, and he's even like a lame thing. It's like, oh, the last guy. It's like, I've been here all day. It's like, I don't know, like, some other guy was... it's like, it's literally that level of fucking explanation. Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, what, have you been delivering Chinese food for 6 hours? What do you mean?
Yep. Also, one thing we did miss is once the, as the money goes into the truck from, like, the trash vent, basically, like, we see there's this weird moment where, like, two trucks, like, the same kind pass each other in turn, and the truck drivers just kind of go, like...
Yeah,
each other.
Yeah. I like that it cuts back to the ladies, and only one of them is like, "What the fuck? This food is disgusting." The other one's like, "It's fine." I'm like, "Ew, bitch."
Yeah, she's like, "You're too goddamn picky."
No, you are not picky. That should taste bad. And she's like, "I'm getting my money back." And she calls the sign-in guy and says, "Stop him." And he starts, like, running after him. I'm like, how does he never catch up with him? We never see anything come of that. B, why wouldn't he just be like, "Fuck you, that's not my job. I'm not leaving my post to go chase down the Chinese food guy." You see Bosco stop the garbage truck with Merriman and 50 Cent. And then Nick and the gang pull up on Donnie just walking down the sidewalk and beat the ever-loving shit out of him. Whip his fucking...
Where are they? Where are they? He's like, God damn it, stop.
It's great. And the whole time, Mac, the guy jacking into all the phone calls and stuff, is just standing there watching him get the shit kicked out of him. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah, and he snitches like, all right, they're going to this fucking salvage yard. And fucking like cuff him into the car and fucking take him with him.
Yeah,
and, yeah. The fucking guy in the box is like, yeah, homie just got burned.
right. And he's like, where am I going? And then Merriman just hangs up on him, and he's like, fuck. Yeah. Nick sees them leave the salvage yard, and then this is where shit goes down. They get stuck in standstill traffic, and I love the way they slowly build the tension here, because they don't freak out or anything. You see Merriman looking in the mirrors of the vehicle. He's like, fuck. And they're like, what? They're like, they're here.
He's like, what's that 20 cars back? They're just like, shit.
They all start vesting up. The cops also start vesting up, and he cuffs beat to shit Donnie to the door handle. And he says, be advised, they're wearing body armor, limit headshots only. Here we fucking go. And I love this, man. The surgical precision that they do a good job of showing that they used to be in the military, because the cops are like dipping through cars and everything, but then you see Merriman's like, pass me the saw, and they give him a big ass machine gun, and they like do a little nod to each other, like this is it. Like the calmness in the face of death that only a soldier could have. And he sets the fucking gun on the hood of a car, taps on the hood, and these guys hop out, like the civilians, and he's aiming through the windshield. And I love this shot. When he takes the first shot, you see the bullet go through like 16 fucking windshields to hit them.
Yeah, and the first cop just like down immediately. Yes. Fucking, yeah.
Immediately kills one of them, yeah. And then, gunfights in full effect. Everybody's dipping in between cars. Cheddar Bob goes down.
Yep. And then first is shot in the head. You're getting good death throws in this. Like, it's like not always like, it's like they go like stiff and fucking arch and shit. It's like, ugh. Yeah,
it really hits you. It's not action scene deaths in this movie at all.
They're like, it's like,
right.
God,
As soon as they kill Cheddar Bob, they immediately kneecap one of their guys. And they get out of the traffic and start taking off on foot. And Gus, Nick's buddy, hits 50 Cent. And then Merriman stops and shoots at one of them. Like, every time one of them goes down, they stop and turn and take out one of their guys, too. Like, it's weird. It's like this surgical tit for tat.
Very back and forth. Yeah.
Ditches gun, keeps running. Nick's chasing him, and he pulls a pistol and returns fire. And then for
gets
Gus,
him in the fucking side.
Yeah.
This doesn't fucking work.
And he made it look so good, like how painful it was. Gus stops with 50 Cent as he's dying. Merriman catches Nick in the hand with a shot and takes off again and hops a fence with aluminum siding. And as soon as he hops, Nick stops and just shoots through the fucking aluminum wall and hits him bad. And Gus is telling
kidney, lung, or something, like just something important got hit.
Gus is saying, like, ushering 50 Cent into death. He's like, I have kids. And he's like, you're in his hands now. And he dies. I'm like, it's really weird and kind of cool that he stayed with them for that. Marion's dying, but still shooting at Nick. And, like, he's in so much pain that he, like, racks his pistol with his shoe. Like, he can't use that side of his body anymore. Pops out, shoots at him some more. Nick hits him again. And he goes back into cover, realizes he has no mags left, and picks up an empty one because he said, I'm not cuffing up. Just like Jim.
Fucking resets the gun so it looks like there's fucking still ammo in it.
Yes. I love that little detail. Like, he just wanted to look like he was a threat still, so that when he pops up, he gets fucking shot the fuck down. Nick's like, don't do it, and he raises his gun and he just unloads on him. And as he's dying, he's like, told you. Sees his mag, pulls it out, and it's empty. He's like, yep, you did.
And then they start heading back to the scene, fucking, and he goes and looks in the back of the fucking SUV and like, all right, we got the money. Open the money, and it's just like all the shredded like fucking pucks of money.
Yeah.
There's like, the fuck?
They also see Donnie's gone.
Yeah, Donnie's gone too. He's like slipped the cuffs, and they're like, I don't know, they want to make fucking snow globes or something. I don't fucking know.
Right? Yeah. He says, were they gonna make snow globes? Like 10,000 of them. So yeah, they're slowly realizing that they did all this for nothing. There's no money. There's no nothing. Gus asks if he's going to call the dead cop's wife. And then FBI Bob shows up and, like, the only genuine moment together, he's like, I'm sorry you lost one of your guys. And he's like, everything was accounted for at the Fed. Like, all this was for no fucking reason.
Yep.
And then you see Nick staring at his, looking at his cork board, staring at Donnie's picture, and has this epiphany. Goes to the bar that Donnie worked at, and they're like, he quit. Did you really think he was going to be at the fucking bar?
Yeah, just go back to work after that. It's like, all right, I got to clock in for my shift Monday.
Like, God damn it, you got me.
The one place you knew I would definitely be.
He gets a beer and sees the sign that says loose lips sink ships, and sees a bunch of guys walk in that work for the Fed. Looks at a picture on the wall that somehow never saw before. Spends a lot of time at this bar, apparently. And sees a picture of Donnie with a soccer team. Again, he should not be chubby if you're playing goddamn soccer.
I know. You saw the rest of the team. There was like a 65-year-old fucking fat white guy, and I think it was
True.
just like pretty casual pay-wee league. But yeah, basically, like, he's been doing his own parallel heist this entire fucking time. Like he was casing the Fed at the fucking bar and like fucking getting information on the fucking people coming in and out, and he made the entire fucking heist from like step one, and fucking the actual boss like had nothing to do with it. He was just fucking muscle the entire time.
Yeah, it's a flashback to him saying, I'm in complete control of my environment and people don't even know. And he walks outside and the Fed building is right across the street. This is the first time he's realized this. And he goes, fucking Fraulein. And yeah, it shows this flashback of him meeting up with Merriman and setting up the job and everything. Then we cut to, oh no, it's right here. We cut to London. And this is the first time I realized how many fucking UFC fighters are in this movie. The guy he's talking to is Michael Bisping, who's a fucking UFC champ. And the dude that was in his crew in the suit is Max Holloway. I'm like, why the fuck are these two guys in this movie? He fucking serves Michael Bisping and has like the worst British accent ever.
It's like, hello, governor. It's like that fucking level of fucking...
It's
Would you
one
like a beer?
line. You couldn't get... You're with Michael Bisping. Just copy him. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's yeah, and it pans over and like you see the whole like soccer team was basically part of the heist crew, including the fucking lady that worked at the Fed, which I guess is how we get all the information from.
That's weird. I didn't even pick up on that. That was completely unnecessary. That's so weird. And yeah, then you start getting flashbacks.
That we've ever seen is like in this bar that wasn't part of the main crew, basically, or a cop.
It's pretty much just 50 Cent and Merriman, and Cheddar Bob.
Yep, the ones on the loop.
You get a flashback of how the job actually got set up, where Merriman is asking Donnie, why me? And he's like, nobody can pull this off but you. And he's like, okay, but it has to be my crew, my way. And he's like, all right. And shows him uncuff himself, and then meets up with the big Samoan dude, Mac, with the cash, loads it into a bunch of tires, and ships it to Panama. And he asks Michael Bisping if he works at the Diamond Exchange across the street, in a terrible accent again. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, be his on me. And that's the end. Dude, this movie's so cool for everyone but Baby Ice Cube. And to make it be like, it was him. I'm like, that's stupid. I don't like that. Should have just killed him too.
Yep. Or just a much more charismatic actor. It's like I said, if you're gonna Kaiser Sose, it has to be fucking someone we believe. That can be fucking this like in the shadows puppet mastermind fucking shit. It's just,
and the reveal is just lame. Like, I got excited when you see the reveal start happening. You're like, I can't wait to see all these twists and turns. It's like two things. It's like, I'm in charge, but you guys do it. Okay, I don't care.
I have maps of the Federal Reserve because I worked at this place across the street from it. That's it. There's no like Ocean's 11 fucking grand reveal
fucking
or
terrible,
anything like
dude. All right. Well, now that we've got through the plots of these movies, we're going to take them through 10 rounds and declare a winner. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And please comment round by round at the timestamp if you disagree with our decision. That'd be cool. Anyway, round one. There it goes. The crew leader, Dougie versus Merriman. I put Merriman instead of Baby Ice Cube, even though he's technically the ringleader.
Yeah, well, you don't find that out until later. So
yeah. Who is the stronger mastermind? Calculated Charlestown tactician with escape dreams, or the ex-Marine precision planner, mission focused? Which leader inspires more confidence in the job?
Yeah, I mean, I went 8-7 here to the town just because I feel Ben Affleck was keeping a much tighter rein on a much like more volatile group of psychopaths.
I went opposite. I actually went 9-8 here into Den of Thieves just because, I mean, which one inspires more confidence? At least Merriman isn't fucking the only witness that could put them all in jail. There's a lot I like about Ben Affleck. He's doing a really good job of wrangling in a bunch of people that aren't mission focused and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, they kind of have a similar beginning, too, where Ben Affleck is getting on Jem's ass about doing something they never do. Merriman is getting on Bosco's ass for shooting that cop, which is something they never do. And I don't know. It just inspires a lot more confidence to me with his military training. And he's willing to have his girl fuck a cop to do the job correctly rather than fucking a witness that could put them away.
He does, definitely have much more intimidation factor. I just feel, though, like, if he had been put in front of the fucking town crew, that shit would have gone sideways fucking, like, mission 1.
If Merriman had been put in front of the town crew? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they met?
They wouldn't have, Like, if he was, like, putting together a team and, like, that was the crew he got, like, it would have gone tits up, like, immediately. He wouldn't have been able to fucking, like, lock those guys down.
But, yeah, no, I mean, just on that fact alone was pretty much why I did my score. I mean, in Krista, I mean, this dude's dick is just getting them in all kinds of trouble in the town, pretty much.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's attached to Ben Affleck. What can you do? It's gonna happen.
Okay, so Nick gave round 1 to the town. I gave it to Den of Thieves. Taking us into round 2, the right-hand enforcer. Jem versus Levi Ensign, which was Laveau or 50 Cent, whatever they fucking... I thought his name was Laveau. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, 50 Cent versus Jeremy Renner. Who is the scarier second in command? Jem is volatile, territorial, and emotionally reactive. Levi is professional, steady, trained muscle.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean... The one I'm more afraid of is definitely fucking Jeremy Renner. I feel like I feel like I could fuck 50 Cent's daughter as long as I get her home by 11:30. I'll be okay.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, you know, the loyalty demonstrated with the "whose car are we taking" scene.
Yeah.
They established that he literally killed a guy for possibly being about to go after Ben Affleck.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like Ben Affleck, he's keeping that leashed, so fucking that's why I'm just like, he's pretty good leader if he's keeping that fucking psychopath under fucking control in some way, shape, or form. Whereas 50 Cent was fine, but like he was just kind of another like thug. Like
50 Cent is not a great. He's a decent actor for being 50 Cent, but. There's a lot more to the character of Jem.
He's like The Rock, where like he just like shows up as himself, kind of.
Yeah. He talks exactly the same. I don't think I've ever heard 50 Cent yell. He's just like, yeah, we're going to rob these people. And I'm 50 Cent. I can still barely move my jaw.
I'm going to shoot you in the face.
I'm jacked as shit. Yeah, I went 10-7 here to the town.
Yeah, I think I went 7-5 because, 50 Cent is fine, but it's just nothing to write home about in this. He's just, thug number 3.
Yeah. I mean, they did a really great job of assembling a very, very physically fit crew.
Yes.
That takes us...
to be
Go ahead.
The whole thing with the crew is not so much like, are you good at your job? And more like, do you have a six-pack?
Yeah, so that's it's a lot more entertaining to watch the town's crew because they're not... precision oriented. They're all just thugs in Boston. But I did enjoy, especially in this order, watching, suppressive fire, 100 yards out, boom, 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 no emotion, blow this up, kill this guy, we're gone. It was cool. They're cool for different reasons. But I definitely like Jeremy Renner's character better than 50 Cent. Which takes us into round 3 on the other side of the coin. The cop pressure, Big Nick versus Frawley. So take what I said and reverse it for the movies. Big Nick is a fucking mess. And I am way more scared of him than John Hamm.
Oh, yeah, no. Because, like, John Hamm's like, I'm going to ruin your relationship. And Nick is like, I'm going to shoot you in the face and go home to my wife afterwards.
He's like, I'm going to fuck this stripper in the room right next to you. Let me choke you out while I interrogate you.
Yeah, I'm here to fuck strippers and have a relationship with my wife, and I'm all out of strippers and wives. What are you doing here?
That's awesome. And John, when they get to their way over the line tactics. You got John Hamm fucking with his world by going and fucking with Krista, taking kids away and shit. And then Big Dick's like, I'm going to fuck your wife.
Yeah. Oh, no, beyond that, like, it's like, there he is, get him. Just, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing?
And even though when he's fucking that stripper, he's doing exactly what they want him to do. It's just so funny that he has access to all this information and is abusing the shit out of it. I love it. And the regulator tattoos and we're like a gang, but we have badges, so we win. Way cooler of a character than John Hamm's. And John Hamm's was great, but yeah,
he's just like benign, bureaucratic, like fucking regular cop. Like he's like, I will fuck you within every letter of the law. But
yeah, I will be just inside of it. And Nick's like, what line?
Yeah. Oh, that thing I crossed fucking 10 miles ago? Oh, what was that? Is this supposed to be important?
The donut part, all that aside, is still probably my favorite. He's like, I did not. I did. Oh, that's bad. Great, dude. And I can't explain it, but I feel like he's unwashed the whole movie. And I have no reason. Yeah. I just feel like his hands are filthy.
He smells like ball sack. Like, if he does this, you're going to smell balls. Like, it's his own balls.
Oh, that's great. Wait, I wrote this down wrong. Absolutely not. I wrote this down for the town. That is so wrong.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay. That was round 3. Going to Den of Thieves for both of us. Taking us into round 4. Heist realism. Which criminal operation feels more authentic? The town. Bank robberies, practical disguises. Den of Thieves, tactical drills, military movement, Federal Reserve scale. I gotta change my answer here. They were both awesome, but
for here, I'm gonna go 9-7 to the town, because the town feels like a heist that could actually happen. So we found this one specific weak point in this large structure. We're gonna hit it very quickly and fucking get the fuck out. Whereas the Den of Thieves was fun and like definitely entertaining to watch, but there's so many variables that could have just like made the whole thing implode at fucking any point. Like it didn't.
Yes.
Well, I guess traffic then fucked up the entire thing. It's like we didn't plan for there being traffic.
Right. Yeah. No, after talking through it, I had this at a tie because they were both really cool.
Yeah.
But after talking through the Fed heist again, they have a couple maps hand drawn, and that they're like that. Nobody's ever done this before, and we get in so easily. And fat-ass baby Ice Cube is crawling around like he's a gymnast. And at least in...
And apparently the vent from the most high-security place in the entire building leads to the bathroom.
Yeah, and it's big enough for his fat ass to turn around in, and nobody notices the nasty-ass Chinese food. Yeah. And at least in the town, their big heist, A, goes wrong. They get caught immediately. Yeah. And B is like... It's just more realistic to me. I mean, you literally take the nobody can rob the Fed, and robbing Fenway feels like somebody could have done that.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to get out, just like obviously because they don't. But
yeah, I feel like with I could just like punch a cashier, grab a fish full of cash, and be very quick, and I've robbed Fenway. Like fucking.
And again, the fact that it goes wrong immediately, because of course it does.
Exactly.
You're a bunch of Boston thugs. Like you are not. You are not the guys from Den of Thieves, and yeah. No, I agree with you. The town takes this one. Both really cool. All the little heists leading up to it are cool for very, very different reasons. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a more interesting story, but realism, not so much.
Right. Which is weird, because for the most part, it is pretty realistic in that movie until that, where they hype up this thing like it's undoable, and we just did it super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Edging into Ocean's 11 fucking,
exactly.
Fucking shit. Where,
literally him inside the cart is an Ocean's 11 thing, but that dude's small and a gymnast.
Yeah, this is not fucking like, we have to make the cart so fucking big because that's the smallest fucking Ice Cube's kid
they even make a comment about it. They're like, you brought in 2 half-empty things of money. Next time use a bag. And he's like, we're very sorry. Yep. And I'm like, at least 4 times they're like, is this your first time? Why is this fucked up? If it's the Fed, the second time they're like, all right, you guys go stand in a room. We got to figure out what the fuck is going on, why you're bad at this.
Yep.
Yeah, that takes us into round 5. Action sequences. Fenway Park escape versus armored truck ambush. Boston shootouts. Prolonged LA freeway warfare. Which action hits harder?
And yeah, it was close because they're both fucking real good action movies. But I again eked this out to the town 9-8, and really the finger on the scale for me was the mid heist in the town could have been the finale in any other movie.
Where they do the armored truck and they're running away. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was really cool. I gave it a tie just because they were both pretty. As far as just action goes, I thought it was pretty cool. They take again very different approaches here. With the military, like the Saw scene with the big machine gun in traffic was super fucking cool. And every time they're doing a robbery in the town, I thought was really cool. And the deaths in both of them really hit hard because they're just so horrible to look at. I would say on that front, though, watching Jeremy Renner die was worse. Especially when they show his body after, like he doesn't look right now because he got shot in the face.
Yeah, like his jaw's like all kind of like fucked up and hanging and shit. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, like you said, it was very close, but just edged out that little bit to the town for me.
I feel ya. Taking us into round 6, emotional stakes. I didn't skip one, right? Yep. Okay.
Nope.
The town, love as leverage, possible redemption. Den of Thieves has brotherhood, pride, dominance. One wants out, one wants to win. Which one actually makes you care?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably to me the relationship between fucking Doug and the girlfriend, where I can't remember her fucking name, is way more
Claire
endearing. I mean, like, I guess there is like emotion in fucking Den of Thieves and everything, like with like Gerard Butler's character and his estranged wife and his daughter and shit. But it's like I don't care. He's a massive irredeemable asshole. So I'm like, sucks to be him. I feel more bad for the kid and the wife.
Right. And there's a couple moments like when they all know they're about to die and they do like a little nod to each other. And that's pretty much all you would get out of guys like that. But I agree. I went 10-7 here to the town because they barely even tries it. You see a lot more in the town of them just being dudes and talking about their relationships and how they took each other in and all that stuff. Really make you feel the brotherhood between Jim and Dougie. And I didn't get really any of that for the most part in Den of Thieves.
No.
They spend very little time outside showing them having personal lives. They have that one scene with the garage. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, not my jam on that emotional front, basically. It's not the point of the movie, though.
Yeah, they spend way more time showing how tactical and awesome they are leading up to it, which is cool to an extent, but yeah. Both of us went to town for that round. Taking us into round 7, setting as a character. Charlestown versus LA. Tight Irish crime culture versus sprawling West Coast criminal ecosystem. Which one feels more alive?
Same here. They can go into the town again. I got 7-5 here just because.
If you went LA again, I was going to be like, you just hate Boston, dude. I don't.
No. Honestly, you get a point. Like, I love LA, but the thing it's become such a generic background for movies to me. It's just like, I don't even notice it 90% of the time. Right. I fucking see, like, oh, I had a hot dog at that place. Like that level shit, but like. Yeah, I just assume every movie is in Los Angeles unless stated. It's gotta go like Boston. Okay, we're not in Los Angeles. Like, right at the beginning of the movie. Like just big block letters. Like,
I went 9-8 to the town. Same reason as the last round. Honestly, they don't spend much time doing anything other than shooting, fighting, fucking.
It's mostly streets and warehouses, which is not what all Los Angeles is. And Boston, you actually get some of like the outdoor architecture and
you're going in businesses. You're seeing skating rinks, the
baseball stadium, like all kinds of shit.
Every scene they're wearing something Boston, like a Bruins jersey and shit. And
it is soaked in Boston the same way like a Halloween movie is soaked in jack-o'-lanterns.
Exactly,
just superfluous, or just infused through the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, they both start with making their case as to why this is like a big robbery capital of the world. And then they go like, we got fucking fighting Irish tattoos. We love Boston. It's all about Boston. In L.A., nobody mentions L.A. one time.
No. And the reason we're the biggest fucking crime hub in the world is because we're the biggest city in the world. There's just a lot of fucking people here. And if like 1 in every million people fuck around, that's still a lot of people fucking around.
But I don't see a Lakers jersey. I don't see nothing. No. Not shit.
You also don't see that. Like, LA, like everyone's like, L.A., it's like, that is such a, like, you're like LA is larger than some states. It's fucking not
Yes.
this like
I get it,
homogenous.
but I
group.
like it better when they're like, this is the town. It's literally the town, and they're all
Yes,
about
exactly.
the town.
Yeah. LA is like the incorporated county with
Sure.
various sub-districts.
All right, we both went the town for round 7 for the setting. Round 8, tone and identity. The town is character-driven crime drama. Den of Thieves, heat-inspired tactical thriller. Which tone works better? Prestige restraint versus gritty machismo.
Yeah, again, I mean, just through the fucking, like, the Bostonness, like, the fucking, there's a very specific tone in the town tone, where it's, yet again, I mean, I really enjoyed Den of Thieves, but it's just, it's another Los Angeles action heist movie. Like, it's...
Yeah, I couldn't agree
It's
more with
good.
the prompt that it's very clear Den of Thieves was inspired by Heat. I like it a lot, but put up against the town, I don't know. There's just more soul in the town because Ben Affleck did it, I think.
Yeah. I want to say there's more like intentionality in the town. Like Den of Thieves just like this story could be picked up and placed anywhere in the fucking world, basically. Whereas I feel like the town is getting in this very like small Bostonian thing that is kind of unique to this setting, and the setting informs the story. Whereas, like I said, yeah, Den of Thieves, it doesn't really like. There's not like, oh, this crazy Los Angeles thing is happening that can only happen here. It's just like, no, this can happen anywhere.
And there's way better subplots in the town. I like it better. You know, you got the only big subplot in Den of Thieves is Big Nick's bullshit going on with his wife.
Yeah.
And they don't even
And then the
really
one
like have
scene
a
of 50 Cent's
resolution to
daughter.
that where he's like fading into his life as a major crimes guy that's like getting way too into the life. They like build this up as like an issue in his life to where he's crying in his truck, and then nobody cares after that. And you know,
I mean, I guess it's to humanize the character because he's a massive piece of shit otherwise. So it's like okay, he's got a soul. He fucking misses his ex-wife and he loves his daughter. Hey, he's not completely irredeemable, but like
yeah, but they never have a thing where like, okay, I'm done. I want my wife and everything, like, or the opposite even. Like,
but dude, that could be like a focus group. Watch the movie, be like, Big Nick too mean. And like, okay, we gotta fucking do something to soften the character.
True. Yeah.
Shoot some extra. Because nothing but the daughter and nothing but the wife touches any other character whatsoever.
Right.
Like, those things could have been shot afterwards in isolation. I'm even thinking, because I have my notes taken correctly, and a few of the scenes you're talking about were different orders than what I had written down. So I'm wondering if there's, like, different cuts of this movie.
Maybe. But, yeah, I mean, they really build up the whole Ben Affleck wants out thing from the beginning. They start with little tidbits like he was drafted in the NHL and then fucked up his chance to get out. And then he meets this girl and he wants a life and starts dreaming about a life out there. And the thing with the mom and the thing with his dad. And there's just
there's a
lot
lot more tragedy
more
in the characters, whereas everyone in Den of Thieves is either an asshole or I don't care. Like, it's...
Yeah, they're all just like, we played football, and then we all went into this, and we're jacked, and we fight, and we fuck. Yeah.
No, even in my
Which
notes,
is still
like, I
cool
have
to
things
watch, but...
yeah, but like, even my notes, like, goon number 1, shot. Goon number 2, shot. Okay, boss is down. Like, that's like the level of, like, connection I had to these characters, you know?
Whereas when you see Jeremy Renner go down or McGlone go down and he has his moment, like, I don't mind going to jail and then he dies. And, and you know,
bad,
the florist,
yeah.
having the florist in there, you don't really have anything like that in Den of Thieves.
Yeah, there's no one pushing. I guess fucking the Ice Cube's kid is the one pushing this whole fucking thing, which is why he's absent from the movie as a driving force.
Right.
Which is, yet again, weird, but yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really unnecessary. It really shows that this was this guy's first directorial debut, and I don't think he hasn't done anything since the sequel to this movie. Yeah. So I think they figured out he's a one-trick pony and sucks at that. Takes us into round 9. The unnecessary but unforgettable scene, completely irrelevant to the plot, completely essential to the vibe. We've got the town, whose car we taking, loose ride-or-die chemistry, building up criminal camaraderie. Den of Thieves has the prom night intimidation, absurd alpha posturing. Which one is more iconic? Which one feels more authentic? Which one's more fun?
Yeah, this one I did a 9.5 for the town. Like, wasn't even really a competition for me on this, because... The whole thing with the town is, like, you could take that scene, add 2 minutes to it, make it a short film. And it's, like, this really compelling little bit of cinema by itself. I've seen the "my dad has a shotgun and will kill you if you don't get me back in time from the prom" thing in like movies, TV shows, cartoons, comics, like every single fucking form of. I'm sure it's etched on a fucking cave wall somewhere where it's like, "No daughter home by sundown, me get spear and stab." Like it's like fucking like it's some like universal human shit. It's not creative.
I don't disagree with you. I did give this round a tie just because it's corny as it is. I do like watching it. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, it's just dad wish fulfillment. That's all it is.
Part of it is because after watching it again, it really does make me laugh my ass off when I realize there's a child standing in there also flexing. And I'm like, who the fuck is that kid?
He won the contest to be in the movie.
Yeah. And the little tiny detail of him tucking in the red bandana, I feel like 50 Cent did that. I feel like that wasn't even in the script. She's like, don't wear fucking colors in this house. Like, yeah, they're both awesome. Inside I do like the towns a little bit more because I quoted it at a wedding, but also, again, just kind of putting my thumb on the scale to at least give them something because it's pretty much a blowout at this point.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's a blowout. It happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes a boxing fight happens and it's over in the first round.
Yeah. I really, again, when I look at these movies, I'm like, I love both of these movies. This will be great. And I feel like everyone out there watching this will think the same thing until you have to look at the dissected like this.
Yeah, I mean, in the nebulous clouds of our mind, it's fucking exactly equal. When you start to fucking take them together, you start to see the fucking flaws and chips and everything. And it's part of this whole thing.
I definitely didn't think going into this movie that Jeremy Renner was going to be such a huge factor into why the town is so good. This takes us into round 10. Round 10 is always the same here at Flick Fights. Final verdict, gut check, strip away the Affleck goodwill and heat comparisons. This is just which one we liked better based on nothing else.
I mean, it was honestly for the score. I will say for the score being across the board a lot lower for Den of Thieves. Still give it a 9 versus 8 to the town, but it was close. Like even in like the vibe gut checks, it is. I feel like the town is very much like it. You had a very good combination of ingredients and it came out exactly as you thought it would, whereas like Den of Thieves is maybe some kind of shitty ingredients, but like those kind of ones that come together into kind of a nice little sandwich that you wouldn't suspect.
It is. I went tie here, full straight up. I will watch either one on any given day. I like them a lot. It just really sucks because Den of Thieves, I pretty much will just check out for the last 20 minutes because I hate how this fucking movie ends. The fight's all really cool and shit. I can just cut it off right there. Dude got away. I don't need to see shit else. And other than that, I really like the movie. It's got a lot of problems because of the ending and because of some of the actors, but I love them both. I love the town. I love Den of Thieves. I remember when it first came out, I just hadn't seen anything really like that in a long time. And it was, like I said, like a modernized Heat. So seeing all the cool things about Heat, but with this cool modern cinematography and everything, and modern actors, it was really cool. Really cool, kind of like porn, just dumb, fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. No, so despite all its flaws, like still fucking 9-8 on the fucking gut check score. So it's bringing something to the table. It's maybe not punching with the heavyweights, but it's still doing pretty good goddamn job. I can speak.
And then just do not watch the sequel. If you're watching this right now, please trust me. Do not watch the sequel.
Most action explosion boom sequels are just never good because, like, you had a hard time making that good and interesting the first time, and lightning barely strikes the same point twice.
Yeah, you feel like the only way you make a good sequel to Den of Thieves is if you had left more of an open ending where everybody's still alive and there's shit to wrap up. Which they didn't. I didn't care at all. No. When you find out that most of the guys aren't in the movie, didn't ever want to watch it. It was free immediately when it came on the streaming. And so I watched it there. And I was like, I'm so happy I did not go watch this in theaters.
Yeah.
But with that, your final scores for the evening. Your judges. Nicholas Nye scoring this matchup 9-1. The Town versus Den of Thieves. Going to the town. I scored it 6-2 with some ties in there. Also going to the town, meaning your winner this evening is The Town by Ben Affleck.
All right, let's see if we hit another Ben Affleck movie.
Oh shit! I gotta get the wheel up. Please no. Yeah, no.
No more Boston. We gotta anywhere besides Boston. Just for the love of God.
I gotta do a different genre, dude. I need.
For the love of God, anywhere besides Boston. It's starting to affect my speech patterns.
But before we spin the wheel, we leave you with a few trivia facts, Nick. If you want to throw out a few Den of Thieves ones while I get the wheel ready.
Jared Butler and his crew are loosely based on former ATF agent J. Dobbs, who consulted on the film. Dobson is best known for his undercover work and his willingness to infiltrate crime organizations. Much like Gerard Butler's character, Dobson makes a cameo in the film at the bar Donnie works at in L.A., closing his tab at the bar. To do high-security facilities like the Federal Reserve would not allow guests like Donnie or any food delivery men to walk around unescorted. If an employee ordered food, they would most likely have to come down the front desk, pick it up themselves, enter the... Yeah, so basically, none of this would work. Yeah.
I thought that when watching this, I'm like, they just let them walk in. What? For what?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, the reason this isn't possible in real life is because all these things are accounted for, so we gotta fucking manufacture a loophole. Prior to filming, 2 separate boot camps were run in order to get the cops and robbers in shape for their respective roles, with both groups training separately to enforce a rival atmosphere. Interestingly, each group was trained differently by military consultant Paul Maurice.
That's cool. That shows too. They are jacked differently in the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. One's like we actually work out every day, like prison guard shit. And the other's like I work out every day, but I also drink a fucking fifth of
exactly.
Got that turtle shell gut going on. Just, yeah. Apparently, Gerard Butler gained 25 pounds this role, as recommended by the director.
Wow. Yeah, he had some clubbed ass fingers in this. This might have been bad for him.
Yeah. Original cut of the film was closer to 160 minutes and featured a different ending.
Interesting. There's a similar fact for the town, too.
Although set in Los Angeles, the vast majority of the filming took place in Atlanta to take advantage of the state's tax breaks, which is why I was not saying this
Are you
entire time
shitting
me?
Yeah.
So fuck the LA vibes, the Atlanta vibe.
That explains a lot. I am glad I did not vote. That would have been hilarious if we picked Den of Thieves for that.
I love those LA vibes, man. There's like a big ass grove of peaches, just right off fucking camera.
Why are there so many fucking Falcons jerseys in this movie?
Yeah, we were wondering where all the Lakers jersey was. Like if anyone would have fucking worn
They're in LA. That's where they were.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The Town. Before the movie was released, Ben Affleck praised Jeremy Renner's performance, jokingly stated that if there was a bad shot or performance for someone else in a scene, editing could easily cut to Renner looking at a napkin to make the scene work. Renner would go on to receive an Academy Award nomination for his performance. Yeah, like I said, going into this, I didn't think... off the top of my head that Renner was going to be so centric. He also surrounded himself, Jeremy Renner, with actual convicted bank robbers in Charlestown for research and helped him nail the accent. He did do a very good job. The accent. Ben Affleck originally wanted Mark Wahlberg for the role of James Coughlin, but he was busy shooting the fighter, so the role went to Jeremy Renner, who ended up receiving the Oscar nomination for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. I'm so happy, because I could not do another Mark Wahlberg Austin movie. It just wouldn't have hit the same, because that's just real. Mark Wahlberg is a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's just winding him up and letting him go. It's not even acting.
They would have had to make a different cut of the movie where Mark Wahlberg does just go harass the woman instead.
Yeah.
The original cut also was 4 hours long. After realizing the film would never appeal to wide audiences, Ben Affleck cut the film down to 2 hours and 50 minutes in 3 days. The studio producers loved it, but they wanted the film to be no longer than 2 hours and 10 minutes. Thank God. Eventually, Affleck cut the film down to 2 hours and 8 minutes. While Affleck was happy with the cut, so the extended cut on DVD and Blu-ray will feature deleted scenes on top of the cut footage, and said while the theatrical cut of The Town is a close adaptation of the novel Prince of Thieves, the extended cut is more true to the book. Did not know that. But also, I don't care, Ben. I'm not watching 4 hours of The Town. I do want to check out to see what scenes were cut, but beyond that, I could not imagine watching
I'm
this.
figuring it's just more fucking date scenes and fucking more interpersonal stuff that isn't critical to the main plot.
Right. I love when they include these facts in movies. Like, they originally wanted it to be half a day long. And it's like, well, you can't do that, so...
Yeah, you want to do that? Take it to fucking Netflix and you make a miniseries.
Exactly! Just make a fucking miniseries. Jesus.
Yeah, but they can't release that in theaters and make millions of dollars.
Exactly. I predict that somewhere in the near future they'll have series, because, with Stranger Things, they aired the finale at theaters. I feel like there's going to be a series so big that by the time they get to the final season, they're just like, every episode you can go see in theaters every week.
Yep. I mean, fucking Downton Abbey fucking ended with like a movie. It's just
Right.
like it's more fucking comedy, I think, now.
All right, with that, we spin a wheel here on Flick Fights at the end of every episode to see what the next matchup is going to be. We each have one veto. First, we spin a wheel to pick a genre, and then we spin that wheel. So, without further ado, landed on sci-fi.
Ooh.
I am cool with sci-fi. Anything other than fucking Boston action cop.
You're going to Space Boston.
I swear to God, if it's somehow a sci-fi movie that's in Boston, I don't care if we break our own rules. I'm not doing it. All right. Wow, this has a lot more shit on it than I remember.
Oh, yeah, we keep adding to this list pretty frequently.
Forgot that it has such loud-ass fucking music. And it froze. That's a great sign. Still going.
Spun it too hard.
It's Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus versus Devil's Advocate.
That's Heath Ledger's last movie.
I think I'm going to use mine if you don't.
All right, fair enough. I think that one's supposed to be Who's the Best Devil.
I can't hear anything if you're talking. It's because this is loud as shit. It landed on Limitless versus Phenomenon.
All right.
I'm cool with that. If you don't want to use yours, I'm down.
I'm fucking found out if you have, like, I think you have ADHD and it's undiagnosed, so, like, apparently if you just take the Adderall, it's like the Limitless drug. If you have ADHD, just everything just goes,
yeah.
Oh, I can function and think.
Limitless, the Bradley Cooper movie where he gets a pill that makes him a genius beyond comprehension, and Phenomenon where John Travolta, for some reason, all of a sudden is super smart and then some other shit and then finds out why. Much different ending to those movies, but similar vibes. Random guy just becomes smart as balls.
Hopefully less depressing than Flowers for Algernon.
What'd you say?
I said hopefully less depressing than Flowers for Algernon.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's that depressing at the end.
Nah.
I don't. Not that I remember.
I do remember Limitless. They used like a fucking 5-year-old girl in ice skates as a weapon at one point, which was awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's really brutal. Random thing in the movie I forgot about.
Yeah, like, come here, child. Slice your throat with the child.
Yeah, I'm done with Boston movies forever.
Any more hard R's, I'm fucking done. Not those kind.
You should be done with
Water.
hard R's. But
I'm talking about the water hard R's.
all right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around for us just talking about the plot of movies we like and making jokes about them. If you disagree with any of the round, let us know. If you disagree with the outcome, tell us why. If you have a matchup, please let us know. We are not short on any matchups for sure, but I would love to see what other people argue about, like which one of these two is better.
We kind of had an idea, but we were thinking of doing Boondock Saints, and there's not a lot of movies like that when we really try to rack our brains. So if you guys got a thought on that, let us know.
Yeah, I'm going to clip this, and we can't think of a single fucking movie that is similar enough to Boondock Saints to match it up with. And we thought of this, and we're like, yeah, surely there's one that's obvious and we're missing. And we sat here for 30 fucking minutes looking at what Google had to say. Nothing is like Boondock Saints, which feels really weird to say out loud.
Yeah.
Because it's a good cult classic movie, but it doesn't feel super unique to me.
No, but like when you really think down, or when you really sit down and think about it, it's really kind of oddly in a class by itself. So yeah, if you guys got thoughts or just something we don't know about, let us know.
Yeah, only thing we came up with remotely similar was Four Brothers, which still feels different enough.
Yeah, that's like justified. Let's avenge our mother stuff. Like less than like
accidentally fall into Angels of Death. But with that, I am Devin Vestal.
Nick Nye.
And thanks for watching.
See you next time.